going to look good all the way. If they're looking bad, it kind of seems like they're difficult to recover. What do you think about this, Gideon?
I think, momentum plays a huge part, especially in a team-based game, right? It's a lot of emotions, a lot of hyped up energy coming into it, but you need to kind of focus it down and really sharpen yourself, because there are moments where we've seen teams go above and beyond but end up overheating, and that could hurt either one of these odds, because both TS and Yangon, notoriously, we've seen in the Swiss stage, drop BO3s because of it.
Now, here's the thing, Wolf, is the same with Team Spirit. They have not gone 2-1 so far. 1-0 against Evil, 0-1 against SRG, 1-0 against Onic, and lose 0-2 against Aurora Gaming Philippines, and then win at 2-0 against CFU.
I kind of want to say that, but historically speaking, Team Spirit has always been a team that always pushes their opponents to the limit. Maybe for M7 particularly, we will not see them get any 3-game series, but in the past, we know that Team Spirit, with the same lineup that they have, they are known to push their opponents. I would say, though, the main reason why they couldn't really finish or force a 3-game series is because they were already forcing the game itself.
Yeah.
You get my meaning? Like if it's a 2-0, but it didn't look like an outright stomp 2-0.
Yeah, it's especially sad when you see they clearly have an advantage, right? From the lane phase to the objective control, and then even being in the base of the opponents. But then 1 or 2 mistakes, especially the game against Aurora Gaming Philippines, right? They capitalize on that mistake, able to get Sunset Lover, able to get the Lord, and then his GGs coming in from there. So while we're talking about this, we want to look deeper into the teams coming in as they are approaching for this knockouts here in the lower bracket. I want to talk more about Team Spirit. Like we're going to be looking at their highlights a little bit more. Who do you think that really has to step up here coming in from Team Spirit? And that's going to be a difficult question because honestly, everyone has been performing quite well.
Yeah, everybody's been performing real well. I say Kit Bomba only because he's back in full health, 100% peak.
I feel like for Kit Bomba, it's really hero dependent. Like hero dependent. We're going to be looking at the highlights here because we see when he's on the Uranus as well as the Esmeralda, he's good, especially in zoning. But the thing is, we want something like a Lapu, like an Alice,
You didn't ask me, but I think the player that has to step up for Team Spirit is Hiko. He's been inconsistent. He's been winning or losing the game for Team Spirit. And when he is popping, he gets a savage. Right?
Post မတင်ထားအောင်နောက်ကြမယ်ထင်တယ်ဘယ်ကလားကျမနေတိုင်းမနေ့၈နာရီဆိုရင် no ပြီနော်၈နာရီဝန်းကျင်လောက်ဆို no ပြီတခါလေကြာအဲ့ဒါအောင်စောရင်စောသေးတယ်ပိုစောရင်အောင်စောသေးတယ်အဲ့တော့ဟုတ်လား
Alter Ego or Aurora Philippines. We're not scared of the lower bracket. Either way, we have to play against all teams. For me, currently, there's no option of losing. I don't care who our enemy is going to be. We will destroy them.
Whatever happens, we need to fight. This is the brutal flow from esports. We need to destroy other games team.
I think they're the ones that should be afraid of us, and we're going to come into the match and show them we can destroy.
Here in World Stage M7, this is the brutal M series that I experienced. You need to adjust right away, you need to adapt. If meta change, you need to think right away.
ခြားတော့ hero တွေပါဖိနိုင်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် game play ကိုနိုင်မယ်လို့ဒီကျွန်တော်တို့ရှေ့မှာဆောက်ခဲ့တဲ့ဝေးထောက်ချောင်းကျွန်တော်တို့
Morning မှာစတော့မှာလာရဟုတ်ကဲ့ခဏနေစပါပြီ YG Vs Team Spirit ပွဲစဉ်ရှုံးထွက် Best of 5ဒီနေ့မှာ Best of 5 3ပွဲရှိပါတယ် Lower bracket 2ပွဲနဲ့နောက်ဆုံးမှာ Summit 2ပွဲကတော့ SRG နဲ့ Aurora PH နဲ့ပါ Upper bracket ပွဲစဉ်တစ်ပွဲပါပါသေးတယ်ဒီနေ့ကတော့မနေ့ကအခြေအနေတိုင်းဆိုရင်တို့ည10နာရီဒီမနက်10နာရီခွဲကနေည10နာရီခွဲထိရောက်သွားနိုင်ချေတွေတအားများပါတယ်ရှင်နော်ချိုင်းမွေးရေအောင်နဲ့ဒုက္ခရပဲအဲ့ချိုင်းမွေးရရှင်းနှာခေါင်းနဲ့လာဝင်နေလို့လားပြောချိုင်းမွေးရေအောင်စကေကဲကျေးဇူးပါဟင်းထက်လို့ရေ share ပြရဲ့ဟုတ်like react လေး sharing လေးလုပ်ပေးပါအောင်ကဲ intro လေးကိုတို့ဗဇက်လေးပိတ်ပြီးကြည့်လိုက်အောင် intro ကြီးကခေါ်တာ intro ကြီးကခေါ်တယ်ဟာ 哇唔係嘅。No, I'm super. Audio မရှိဘူးပဲဝိုင်းကြီး intro လာမယ်လေ
The fearless dragons rise to prove they are not done just yet. The bastion of EECA, Team Spirit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world is watching. Team Spirit is on the stage. And now, your opponents.
Stage! When chaos breaks out, the already is right. Here they come! Galacticos!
Ladies and gentlemen, both teams are on stage. Both Team Spirit as well as Yangon Galacticos. This is going to be an elimination match for one of the teams. This will be the final time that they play here in the M7 World Stage.
We know for sure that this is going to be a duel of mechanics from both teams. The Empires of region, they have known to have players who are really good at pressing buttons, and that's also true for Team Spirit.
Now guiding them through this match are their coaches. For Team Spirit, it's Coach Goldstar. And for Yangon Galacticos, it's Coach Mars as well as M. God. For them is the head referee, Gary, ensuring the integrity and the fairness of the tournament. So good luck to both teams, because again, this will be an intense best of 5. Both teams having a fist bump against each other. Gentlemen, now we got to talk about what's at stake here, because again, winning means your tournament life is still ahead. Afterwards, fighting up against Alter Ego. But for now, they're going up against each other. Team Spirit against Yangon Galacticos. So far, looking at their match history, they haven't fought in the Swiss stage. For Team Spirit, is Kid Bomba, One Shot, Sunset Lover, Sao, as well as Hiko. And we saw yesterday.
Okay. Intro လေးကတော့အရင်မိုက်ပါတယ်။ဒါပေမဲ့နှစ်သိန်းနဲ့ကသသိန်းကတော့ less intro ပါ။ Nothing there. They are less intro version. Okay. Now, I'm not showing like. Come on, low. Come on, low. Maybe banning. I'll be away. I'll be away. Gia, so rock. My camera low out shit. Will you up me? Evo. Dawe. Intro layer something lame. The Jagada Indonesia or Sab your Tauyan Blabby. Kajanyan live. Sab your Tauyan like you, no? I now I'm serious lying. Like I'm your Jimba host nine and ya, that have Pido, Gore Harry, lower of me, so chinny muish like now by I'm serious stage appearance in design it, I have your Umaila Melurot him, I could later of my navy. No? Okay, I know. The near of bus of 5 shown to a poison to cook your body. The name of she poison ya, Dabi, Onic net tin liquid shown to a boy. Oh my god! Oh my god! Liquid Onic shown to a Sonia, so long. I would take your damn la. The name of Tomat to do let drive your tomat in she, right? Huh? So. Chinny Liga drop the clean to select your sound TV or Api Laya. Api Buba, Api Bu alone pick up like and Shirley left you look people. She Dilly in Tina, 5 for the 5 Sonias rock. I salon let EG drop the clean let all the EG by Alome Inganijala. Inganijala, Canani drop it loud, no? Very Savon. Mamma. Pamon jelly be she no matter about she love you. Pamon jelly ne coffee never she. A beer take someone top nothing. Being any must up your loud me. Didn't boy a man no a combiama. I may Tomato de Piamas or Jama Manai less or up to the two boy dying. Watch party the bomb you lead to about me. That's all. Chini Gadi, Manessa and I, where I your Nasa and I were allowed to top your pen and Amolova. Oh, there. Niles Azan. Oh, that Doria, Master. Even on certain I you, Jama, Manessa size, or she knows Senaji like Jamala Shrinta Light, Nile and I, who don't I, when Yenny don't I love Jama Nile Asani, so I send the same photo. DJ Manessa size tomorrow. Okay. Tropic layer macam masa tu me, kanala intro liu, naga kasaya tali ne pun halai mana. Lai mal naya tiada sih, bunyi biar ne bebau no.
I want to ask Ida because I have my own personal opinion where Team Spirit looks the very best when they have a burst-oriented lineup. Something like a Farsa, something like a Granger. Do you think they will be given this kind of composition?
I think they should honestly lean into the playstyle. This is what made them so good in previous internationals. Their level of execution and the consistency of which they hit their initiations.
Julie, you do mala, Facebook mala. You are don't be in really best. When you were being really best, don't be about me. Do that happy with Melly? No? Shoot that as a happy with me.
Mistakes I can really fairly remember when he tried to go for the play against was Aurora actually. But I would say that he is so reliable when it comes to the carrying his team. When it comes to damage sources, when he plays the Farsa, for example, he's so dependable. I think that even when we say that the side laners are key for Young Galacticos, they also have to look at that mid lane. Maybe mess up with the gameplay of Sunset Lover.
Something to look forward to is one shot as well. His papping has been amazing. When he uses a fast assassin like a Lancelot or a Nolan, he has been quite successful of taking farms away, especially when we look back at yesterday, SRG going up against Aurora Turkey. That's kind of what Aurora Turkey did, right? Just go inside the jungle and make sure that the guys did not get any farms. So I kind of feel like that's something that Team and Spirit could lean onto, especially if Yangon goes for those utility junglers, right? Just away from the jungler and then just take all the camps.
I completely agree because one of the biggest issues we've seen previously, especially when One Shot was first incepted with Team Spirit, was the question: he's not a very dependable jungler, right? He's not as independent as the names like Kyrie, like Demon Kite, especially when his farm gets taken away. He's looking across the map. These players know exactly where to go. One Shot, I think he's evolved so much. Now he's an independent, reliable jungler. He's somebody who's pushing his own limits, not only to take away enemy farm, but still securing neutral objectives.
I like what you said. Maybe it's also the reason why Sunset Lover, as well as Hiko, is able to play and farm more because there's already someone who makes the space for them. Whereas now, when I look at Young with Galacticos, it's really a team effort. I feel like when I watch them, when somebody struggles, everybody just, it's contagious. It's contagious, that's what I feel like. But when they are on fire, it's also very contagious. I remember seeing Young Galacticos still win fights, even when they're down by 1,000 gold, 5,000 gold, just because they know how to team fight together.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to jump straight into the drafting phase here. Team Spirit going up against Young.
Let's go. Drop it, Lavabi. Drop it, Lee. Drop it, a chain Kali, Jalo Live, Pibari. Taro, near game number 1 Pibari 1G versus Team Spirit. Yeah, but what's up, Lay? So you're doing it. Actually, Yamo Louis. Dropping up, actually, drop it, actually, young legend.
Feeding a dead body.
Okay, Sora love Jenny, kind of use on the tide, I may. Simply by Team Spirit, Maniga, Puerima, Tausha, Yang, Town Yang. Leo Mo,ပြန်လဲပြောရယူထားတယ် Leo Mo နဲ့ Kalia ဖြစ်ပါတယ် YG first pick ကတော့ Sora Sora UBB Cloud ban နဲ့ Cloud ကိုစောင်းရဲလန့်တာလားဟမ် Cloud phobia လေးကိုဖျောက်နိုင်တော့အများကြီးပိုကောင်းမယ်လို့တော့ထင်တယ် Not a second that big YG ဘက်ကဗာမြန်ရွေးချယ်သွားမလဲ Second that big Leo Mo ထိန်းဖို့Milane Fasa Hater ကဒီပွဲကောင်းပါမလား Assassin ညံငယ်ထုံးချင်လို့ Hater ကိုပြေးပြီးယူလိုက်တဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးလေးဖြစ်နေတယ် Sora ဆိုတော့ ဟိုဘက်က Valentina ယူသွားနိုင်တယ်နော် Valentina ယူသွားနိုင်တယ်နော်ခုနေ Valentina မယူဆိုရင်တော့ပြီးရင် Valentina ban တင်ပါတယ်ဟုတ် Facebook view อ่ะလား50ပဲရှိရယ်50ပဲရှိရယ် Facebook view 300အထိတက်မယ်ဆိုရင်တဲ့မမချူက weekly pass 3ခုပေးပါမယ်တဲ့ YG ပွဲပြီးရင်ဘာလို့ Fasa ပဲလဲဆိုတော့အေး YG က Eve ရလဲ Eve ကိုကင်အောင်မကင်တာဒါပေမဲ့ဒီပွဲမှာ Eve ဒါယူလိုက်မယ်ဆိုရင် Leo Mo ခေါင်းတိုးလာတာနဲ့ပြန်ပြီး control ရတာနည်းနည်းတော့ခက်မှာတော့အမှန်ပဲဒါပေမဲ့တစ်ဖက်မှာပါတော့လေတော့လေကိုလူတွေ position နှောက်ခံရတာပေါ့နော် Sora တော့ဘယ် lane သွားမယ်ဆိုတာတော့မသိသေးဘူး EXP လည်းဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်လို့ goal lane လည်းဖြစ်နိုင်ပါတယ်တပွဲတော့ရ hero ပဲကြာရဟုတ်ပါ
I've been waiting for too long.
Curry for what? Curry for what? Valentina ဘာလို့မဘန်းတာလဲဘာလို့ Curry club တွေဆောင်ရမ်းဘန်းနေရတာလဲ Curry ကကျန်းတာတော့မှန်တယ်သို့ပေမဲ့ထားပါတော့ I မမတိုက်ပြီးတော့ဝေဖန်ဖို့အတွက်ကိုဒီနေ့ intro မှာ short ထားဖို့အတွက်ကိုဆုံးဖြတ်ထားပါတယ် Granger ကိုင်းနေလို့လား Granger ကိုင်းတော့ဟိုကဂိုးလိုက်ရတဲ့မလားပြောမဆုံးအောင်တော့ရှိနေအောင်ပဲ Yuzong Valentina လေးတော့ ban လိုက် Valentina ထပ်ထွက်စီရတော့တိတ်မရှိလှဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ ESP လေး Valentina ဆိုတာလဲထွက်လာနိုင်တယ်အဲ့ Valentina ကယူရမယ်ဆို Sora Edio Forza Edio ဟုတ်လားစဉ်းစားကြည့်လိုက်ကွာ better တစ်ခုထဲမှာ Valentina နဲ့ Eve နဲ့ကReal War ခင်ပြီးတော့ Forza Eddie ပြန်ချတာတို့ Sora Eddie နဲ့ Real War ပေါ်ကြီးကိုပြစ်တင်ပလိုက်တာတို့အဲ့ဒါမျိုးကြီးသာဆိုရင်ဒါတော်တော်ကြီးကိုမကောင်းလို့မြင်မိရယ်အဲ့တော့စစ်စီဘန်းနေပေးပါတယ်တဲ့ပေးပါတယ်ယူပါတဲ့Hello, good morning, Minglawa. Morning, ma. Valentina မဘန်းပါဘူးမဘန်းပါဘူးမဘန်းတော့ခဲ့ပါဘူးဘန်းစီခြင်းလို့ကြည့်နေရဆိုပေမဲ့လည်းမဘန်းတော့ခဲ့ပါဘူးရှင်
Glorious victory is now.
စိတ်လျှော့ထားပါတယ်စိတ်လျှော့ထားပါတယ် Esmeralda Esmeralda Granger လိုချင်နေရလား Granger လိုချင်နေရလားဆိုတော့ကဲနောက်ဆုံး last spin နှစ်ခုကိုတော့ပြသရမယ့်အချိန်ကိုရောက်လာပါပြီ Curry တစ်ဖက်မှာလာမယ့် Esmeralda ကိုဖျက်ဖို့အတွက် counter hero လေးကတော့လိုအပ်အောင်မယ်ဒီဟာကိုဘာနဲ့ပြန်ပြီးရိုက်ခွဲမလဲဆိုတာကြည့်ကြည့်ရမယ်
Session. So do behave.
Alice နဲ့ဟိုဘက်ကိုပြေးကပ်မယ် Harley ဝါ Harley Jungle Sora Golay Alice ESP နဲ့ Mid Ju ကတော့ Hater နဲ့ Forza ပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ် Hater Forza ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီဘက်မှာ Team Spirit ရဲ့နောက်ဆုံး last pick ကဘာမှန်းဖြစ်သွားမလဲ Harley Jungle ကမနေ့ကလည်းAurora Turkey ဘက်ကထုတ်သွားခဲ့တာတွေတွေ့ခဲ့ဘူးတယ်ဘောပဲလို့မင်္ဂလာမနက်ခင်းမှာမင်္ဂလာပေါ်မနက်ခင်းလေးဖြစ်ပါပြီဘယ်လိုဒီနေ့ဘာလို့မပန်းလာလဲလို့တက်ကြီးပေးတာအခုမှ game number 1မှာကိုသိန်းထုံးရေသူတို့ယူမလို့ချန်တာဖြစ်မှာပေါ့တဲ့နင် comment လေးအောင်မဆုံးပါဘူးဟိုဘက်ကယူသွားတယ် Okay Valentina baby တီးရရဲ့အေးပေါ့တောက်ကြောကတော့ခတ်တင်းတင်းပဲအေးပေါ့
Smash them. All troops deployed.
Okay
Welcome.
Valentina ကိုလိမ့်လာတာပါ ESP ကတော့ Alice နဲ့ဟိုနဲ့ကိုပြန်ပြီးတော့တွဲထားပါတယ်Asma နဲ့ကိုပြန်ပြီးတော့တွဲထားတယ် ESP Asma နဲ့ Alice နဲ့အားလေးပိုင်း poking မှာကတော့သူမတောက်လောက်သွားရဆိုမယ်ရင်ကတော့အသာစီးနဲ့အပေါ်လန်းထိန်းထားတာလေးကိုတော့မြင်တွေ့ရမယ်အောက်လန်းမှာတော့ Stage Vs Hiko ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ Vs Valentina ဆိုတော့အိုင်လင်းကအကောအမြဲအဲ့လိုပြောရမယ်အကုန်လုံးစိတ်တိုင်းကြပြီးတော့တနေရာလောက်ကတော့ငါ့ကိုစိတ်ကန်စာပေးမယ်ဆိုရဟာကိုစိတ်ထဲမှာဒီအရာကိုနှလုံးသွင်းထားပြီးသားဆိုတော့လေတိတ်တော့စိတ်မပူလာပါဘူးပေါ့နော်ဒါမျိုးထွက်လာလိမ့်မယ်လို့မျှော်လင့်ထားပြီးသားဆိုတော့လေအရင်စိတ်မပူခဲ့ရပါဘူးမစိုးပါဘူးရှင်စာဝစီကနေပြီး Lina Flicker တောင်းနေသို့ပေမဲ့သွေးလျှော့တာကတော့လုံလောက်မှုတော့မရှိနေခဲ့ဘူး Blink ကတစ်ဖက်မှာ one shot ရဲ့ jungle ကိုတစ်ချက်ဝင်ကြည့်ခဲ့ပြီးရဲ့နောက်မှာဆိုရင်တော့ဘယ်နားမှာရှိနေလဲဆိုတော့အကုန်လုံးမြင်တွေ့နေရမယ်ဒီတော့မလိန်မီနီဝေးလေးပြန်ရှင်းအောင်မယ်အေး stage နဲ့ Hiko နဲ့ level 4ရရင်တော့ငါတို့က level 4 Valentina အရင်ရမှာအကွာကြည့်ရတာ2နဲ့3နဲ့မှာ Valentina နည်းနည်းလေးအရင်စောဖို့များလိမ့်မယ် level up ကလေ level up နည်းနည်းဆောမယ်စာဝဒီဘက်က jungle area တွေတော့ invade လောက်လာပြီဒီနောက်မှာဆိုတော့ hand နောက်ကနေပြီးတော့ပြေးပြီးတော့ပြန်လည်ပြီးတော့ရရှိလာတဲ့အချိန်လေးမှာဆိုရင်တော့ပြင် hand အနေနဲ့ကတော့ jungle resource ကိုတော့ပြန်လည်ပြီးတော့ရရှိထားဆဲပဲအဲ့အတွက် one shot အနေနဲ့လည်း level 4 hand အနေနဲ့လည်း level 4ရောက်သွားပါပြီ first starter 5မှာကတော့Harley jungle ကတော့ first starter ကိုမလာလို့လည်းအဆင်ပြေပါတယ် sunset level Shelby first blood hand ဒါကတော့မိကွင်းကို level စွတ်သွားတာเนาะဒီနေရာမှာဆိုရင်တော့hand အနေနဲ့ hand ရဲ့ Harley အနေနဲ့စွတ်စရာနှစ်ကောင်ရှိပါတယ်စွတ်စရာနှစ်ကောင်က sunset level နဲ့ Hiko နဲ့ဖြစ်ပါတယ်နောက်ပိုင်းနေကြရင်တော့သူတို့ပဲတောက်လျှောက်ရှာပြီးတော့ဖြောင်းနိုင်တော့တော်တော်လေး impact ကကြီးမဲ့ထဲမှာပါတယ် first starter 5 မတိုင်first starter ထွက်တဲ့အချိန်မှာ sunset level ကျသွားတာဖြစ်တဲ့ chain spirit အနေနဲ့ကလည်း turtle ကိုလုံးဝဆက်ပြီးတော့တတ်လို့မရနေသေးဘူးအောင်လမ်းမှာငါပြောတယ် Valentina အရင်မပြီလို့เนาะ station အနေနဲ့ forward ထားပါတယ်တွေ့လား6လိမ့်မဲ့ဖြစ်ဖြစ်ဘယ်လိမ့်မဲ့ဖြစ်ဖြစ်စုံဆွဲစုံစင်ပြေနေအောင်လို့ကတော့ဖန်တီးထားဖို့ကတော့လိုအပ်လိမ့်မယ် kid bomba သူရတော့အတော်လေးတော့နဲသွားတယ် Lina ဒါ air strike လှမ်းချရဲဆိုပေမဲ့လည်းနည်းနည်းလေး range ကလိုသွားခဲ့တဲ့နောက်မှာဆိုရင်တော့ဒါ tinky တော့ထပ်မရခဲ့ပါဘူး YG အနေနဲ့ first starter ပိုင်ဆိုင်ထားပြီးတော့တော့အသာစီ 1k လောက်စတင်ပြီးတော့ရရှိထားတဲ့အခြေအနေမှာဆိုရင်တော့ဘာဆက်ဖြစ်အောင်မလဲအောင်လန်း Valentina ကိုတော့နည်းနည်းပပတော့သွားပြီးတော့မထားဖို့တော့လိုအပ်လိမ့်မယ် Valentina ထောင်နေဆိုတော့ LG နဲ့ကိုတသိန်းလုံးပြန်ပြီးတော့သမားခံရတဲ့အဖြစ်မျိုးတွေမဖြစ်ရအောင်ပေါ့နော်မလိမ့်မှာတော့စာဝန်ကျဲပြီးတော့ Blink စီကိုခုံပြီးတော့ပြေးဝင်လာတယ်စာဝကပါဆွဲချင်တာ Blink ကိုတကောင်းအပါပြေးပြီးတော့ခေါ်ချင်တာ top lane မှာတော့ရင်2-1ပုံစံမျိုးတော့ဖြစ်နေခဲ့တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ one shot ကတော့မြင်းခေါ်ပြီးတော့ပြန်ပြီးတော့ဒိုးသွားပြီးမလိမ့်မှာစာဝထပ်သိပြီးဒီတခါတော့စာဝထပ်သိရမဟုတ်တော့ဟိုဟာစမ်းသက်လာပါထပ်သိရမဟုတ်တော့စာဝပြန်သိသွားတာဖြစ်သွားတာအဲ့တော့ mid 2ကတော့တယောက်တစ်ခါစီကြာထားတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ no ကအရင်ကွာချာချက်ကပြတ်မနေသေးတာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်နည်းနည်းလေးတော့ဆက်ပြီးတော့ rambo ကတော့လိုအပ်ပါအောင်မယ်ဒီချိန်မှာ tinky ကိုရထားတာက hand ကကြီးပဲနှစ်ခါထိကိုရထားတဲ့အနေထားလေးပါအောက်ဘက်ဂျန်ကယ်ဘက်တော့ပြန်ပြီးတော့တိုးနေပြီလိုအပ်တဲ့ item လေးပြန်ပြီးတော့စောင့်နေတဲ့ပုံစံပါပဲပေါ့နော်နည်းနည်းလေး YG ကစော့တဲ့ပုံစံလေးအားလီမှာဆိုရင်အထိုင်နည်းနည်းများတယ်သိလားငိမ့်နေကိုယ်နိုင်ကလွဲရင်တိတ်ပြီးတော့အရင်ဝေ့သွားတာမျိုးတိတ်မရှိဘူးပေါ့နော်ဒီ play style လေးတခုတော့သတိထားမိရယ် Team Spirit အနေနဲ့ကတော့အခုအားလီမှာ mid lane နဲ့ mid 2ကနှစ်ခါတယောက်တစ်ခါစီမှောက်ထားတဲ့အခြေအနေရှိရတဲ့အတွက်နည်းနည်းလေးသူတို့ထိန်းပြီးတော့ဆော့ဖို့တော့ကြိုးစားမှာပဲ Lina တော့မြင်သွားပြီးစောက်ကိုပြန်ပြီးခေါင်းတိုးလိုက် one shot လည်းနောက်မှာပါနေခဲ့တယ် second ကြတဲ့ spawning ဖြစ်ဖို့အတွက်4 second အလိုပါ second နည်းနည်းလေးပဲလိုတော့တယ်Starter 5 0တော့ပြန်လဲပြီးတော့မျက်စိလေးတော့ကြာလာပြီ Kid Boba တစ်ဖက်မှာရင်နဲ့အဲ့ Esmeralda နဲ့ Alice နဲ့တေးပါအောင်မယ်ဆိုတော့ဘိုင်ဝမ်ချလို့ကတော့တေဖို့တော်တော်လေးကိုခက်ခဲ့အောင်လန်းနေဂိုးလိမ့်နေပါတက်လာပြီဟီကိုပါတက်လာဆန်းဆက်လာပါခက်ဝေးဝေးလေးမှာ real war ပြချထားတဲ့အချိန်ဒီမှာဆိုရင်တော့ထိတ်ဆုံးနေပြန်ပြီးတော့ပါသွားတာယင်းလီနာပါထပ်ပြီးတော့ကြိတ်ခံလဲအဲ့အောင်ရေဘလို့ကြီးလဲနောက်ကျလိုက်တော့3ယောက်တောင်မှောက်သွားတာတဲ့ဟီကိုတကောင်တော့မိကွန်းစွတ်ပေးလိုက်တယ်ဆိုပေမဲ့သေနိုင်စရာကိစ္စကတော့အတော်လေးဝေးလုံးဝကြီးပါတယ်စကန်တာထဲမှာဘလို့ကြီးမှောက်သွားတာလဲဟမ်Okay နောက်လေးတော့ပြန်ပြီးတော့ fall ထားအောင်မယ်ဘလို့ကြီးမှောက်သွားတာခုနက 1.3k တာနေရလေဘာဖြစ်သွားတာလဲအဲ့ဒါကြီးစဉ်းစားတာတော်တော်ကြီးကို surprise ဖြစ်သွားတယ်ပွဲစဉ်9မိနစ်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်အောင်လမ်းမှာတော့ Hiko ကတော့ dub shot stage စီကနေပြီးတော့ထိုင်ပြီးတော့ကူးနေအောင်ပဲတိတ်ပြီးတော့အများကြီးစဉ်းစားနေကြမလို့အပ်နေခဲ့ပါဘူးHiko 001 Hiko 001ကြည့်ရတာခုနကတော့စာဝကဆူနာမီစလန်နဲ့ဆွဲခေါ်သွားခဲ့တဲ့ပုံပဲပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ဒီအရာတော့မကြော်လွှားလိုက်နိုင်ဘူးလီနာပြန်ပါသွားတာလေးကတော့တော်တော်လေးနစ်နာတယ်ဒီမှာ stage ရဲ့ hand ရကတော့ထိတ်ဆုံး network ထိတ်ဆုံးနေကနေဦးဆောင်လို့နေတယ်ဆိုပေမဲ့အောက်ဆုံးမှာရှိတာက sunset level 3100 Lina network ကတော့မမြင်လိုက်ရဘူး Kid Boba ကိုသွားဖြတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါကြီးက အဲ့ဒါကြီးကမပြတ်နိုင်တဲ့ကိစ္စကြီး blink ကိုနောက်မှာ one shot နဲ့စာဝတ်နဲ့ပြန်တွဲပြီးတော့လိုက်လာတယ် Lina air strike လေးနဲ့တော့ blink ကိုပြန်ပြီးကူပေးနေသေးပဲဒါပေမဲ့ cyclone နင်းပြီးတော့ပြေးဖို့အဲ့မှာ stage ကအရန်အောင်နောက်ကျနေခဲ့တယ်ဟန်ရောက်လာတာလည်းနောက်ကျရယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ better combination မှာဒီနားမှာတော်တော်ကြီးကိုကြာသွားပြီတယောက်ချင်းစီဝင်လို့ဖြစ်သွားတယ် stage သူ့ AD နဲ့သူပြန်တက်ခံလိုက်ရတယ်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ် Valentina လေးဘန်တိုက်ကောင်းပါပဲလို့စဉ်းစားနေတဲ့အချိန်မှာ Valentina တဲ့ CC ကိုပိုကြောက်ရွံ့နေကြတာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက် Valentina လေးကဆိုရာယူရင် Valentina ဘန်တင်ချောင်းကိုတော့ပြန်လဲပြီးတော့ပြသနေပါပြီအယိုထပ်ပြီးတော့ Kid Baba စီကိုတော့ air strike တဲပြီးတော့ချထားတဲ့ Lina နောက်ဆုံးတော့ K ပြန်ပြီးတော့ရသွားပြီးစာဝတကောင်မှာထပ်ပြီးတော့ parcel လိုက်ပွဲဆွဲနိုင်တဲ့ Killing Spree Harley ကတော့တော်တော်လေးအခုအချိန်မှာသူတကောင်ပဲ fine နေရဆိုတော့အဆင်ပြေနေသေးပဲအဲ့လိုဒီလိုမျိုး pre-starter တဲ့ fight မှာနောက်ဆုံး last starter ကိုတော့ YG ပြန်လဲရရှိထားမှာပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ဘာ advantages တွေရှိမလဲခုနကတော့ network 1k က team spirit မှာလုံးဝပျောက်ဆုံးသွားပါမလားဆိုတာကိုကြည့်ကြည့်ရမယ် 1k အောက်တော့ပြန်ပြီးဆင်းသွားပြီ one shot blink ကတော်တော်လေးကြော်နေရ flicker လည်းမရှိဘူး Lina သွားပြီးကူပေးနေဆိုပေမဲ့လည်း blink ကတော့တေးတာပဲအဲ့ mid duo ကတွဲလုံးကဒီနေ့မှာရန်ဖြစ်ထားကြလေသလားလို့တော့စဉ်းစားနေပြီတယောက်ကရောက်သွားဟဲ့အဝေးခုနကလေပွဲစားရပြောတယ်Hera ဘာအတွက်လဲလို့စဉ်းစားရလေသိလား Hera ဘာအတွက်လဲလို့စဉ်းစားတဲ့အချိန်မှာLeo Mo ကို Hera သွားလို့မရဘူးအခုဆိုကြည့်လိုက်အဲ့ဒီ Hera fighter ဟို assassin jungle နဲ့ဆိုရင် तू ကလူဘာဝလို့အရန်ကောင်းတယ်ဆိုမဲ့ဒီပွဲမှာသူ့အနေနဲ့အချိန်ကိုထိန်းရမယ်jungle ကိုနှောက်ဖို့အတွက် Hera အဲ့လောက်ထိလုံလောက်တဲ့အထက်မှာမပါဘူးကွာတိမြင်တဲ့အတိုင်းပဲအဲ့တော့ तू နည်းနည်းလေးကြော်သွားတယ်အနောက်က Forza လည်းပြန်လိုက်ပြီးတော့ကယ်ပေးဖို့တော်တော်လေးခက်တယ် Lina Forza တော့အခုလက်ရှိမှာတော့ glowing one first sighter လေးတော့ပြီးသွားပြီဒါကတော့ Leo Mo ကြောင့်လည်း glowing one first sighter လိုအပ်တဲ့ထဲမှာပါတယ်ဒါအပြင်မှာEsmeralda လည်းပါတဲ့အတွက် glowing one တော့သွားရမှာပဲဒါရဲ့နောက်မှာတော့ touch on တွေပါထပ်ပြီးတော့သွားချင်တယ်သွားပါတော့တွဲလုံးကလေSRG မှာSRG တို့ဘာလို့ဒီ faster ဆော့ပြသွားတော့ဆိုဒီ damage ကတော်တော်ကြီးကိုကြမ်းပြီးတော့ဟိုဖြစ်တယ် blink ကတော့အခုသူဘာလုပ်ချင်နေလဲဆိုတာတော့စောင့်ကြည့်လို့နေသေးပဲရင်တို့ဘာလို့ YG ကတော့ mid lane ကို combination ပြန်ပြီးဆင်းလာတယ် mid lane combination ဆိုပေမဲ့အရင်စုပြီးတော့နေတာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်တခြား lane တွေကိုတော့တစ်ဖက်မှာ team spirit ကတ်တိုးလေးပြန်ပြီးတော့ farming ကိုပြေးပြီးတော့ရှူနေအပေါ်မှာ Leo မအောက်မှာ Valentina level 11 stage က Sora level 10ဖြစ်ပါတယ် mid lane နှစ်ယောက်ကတော့ညီတယ်ဂျန်ကန်နှစ်ယောက်မှာတော့ဟန်က level တစ်စိမ့်အသာစီးနဲ့ဦးဆောင်နေတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဟန်ရဲ့ဟာလီကသူတစ်ချက်ဝင်လို့ပြီးသွားရင်ဒီတကောင်အတွက်ပြီးသွားရင်သူကပြန် fall ရမယ်hero မျိုးထဲမှာပါတာဆိုတော့ dark shot ထိုင်ပြီးတော့ physical time ပေးနေလို့ရတဲ့ထဲမှာမပါဘူး spell 3ခွက်ပြီးသွားပြီဆိုတော့ပြန်တိုးဒါပဲရှိရပါတော့ first lot တော့စပြီးတော့ထွက်နေပြီနှစ်သိန်းလုံးအခုလက်ရှိကာလအချိန်ဒီမှာဆိုရင်တော့ network ကတော့ညီမျှလို့နေသေးပါပဲ blink ကတော့အထိအနာထားဆုံးထဲမှာပါတယ်3ခါအထိကိုသူမှောက်ထားပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ first lot team spirit but they were calling him your lonely we sunset lava real world father extra one shot lawyer တော့က team spirit ဒီနောက်မှာတော့ YG နေနဲ့ like people ကတော့အတော်လေးကိုလိုအပ်နေပြီစာဝန်တော့ကို stage လိုက်ပြီးတော့ချမှာဆိုတော့ပြင် station နဲ့ team ကြီးတကောင်တော့ရခဲ့ပြီဆိုမှနောက်မှာ David Dila ရဲ့ကြံနေတဲ့ Lina အနောက်ကိုပြန်ပြီးအသေးအံ fall နေရ Kid Baba ရဲ့ Lina နောက် down shot လိုက်တာပါလို့နော်blink အနေနဲ့တော့ပြန်ပြီးဝင်လာတယ် hand ရောက်ရှိလို့လာရဲဆိုမှဒီနောက်ကဗဒက်မနိုင်လောက်ဘူးနော် blink မှာထပ်ပြီးတော့ကြိတ်ခံရပြီရင်ငေါ blink ငေါ short မဲ့အနေထားပါဘက်ထရီကဘယ်လိုကြီးဆိုင်တာOkay ရင်ကတော့ tower အောက်ထဲမှာရသလောက်တော့တက်နိုင်သလောက်တော့အကောင်းဆုံး save လုပ်ထားနေသေးပဲ retribution ပေါက်ခံထားရတယ် one shot အတင်းကိုတခါလေးအပီးသက်ချင်တာဟန်ရဲ့ဒါကတော့ Okay စောစောစီ mega ရှိပါသွားပြီmega ရှိပါသွားပါပြီ top lane မှာfirst lot ပေးလိုက်ရတဲ့ impact ရဲ့အနောက်မှာပေါ့နော် team K ကတော့ fight 9နည်းနည်းလေးကွာတယ် mid lane first tower ကျိုးရတယ်အဲ့မှာစောက်ပြဿနာရေးစတက်ပြီစောက်ပြဿနာရေးစတက်ပါပြီ top lane stage Kid Baba ပြန်ပြထိန်းထားရင်းနဲ့နောက်ခင်ဘဘာတော့နောက်ပြန်ဆုတ်သွားပြီပေါ့နော်ဒီပွဲမှာအဲ့ဒီ hater pick ကအလုံးမဖြစ်ဘူးဘတ်တဲ့ impact ဘာမှမရှိอ่ะနော်တကယ်ကြီးဘတ်တဲ့ impact ဘာမှမရှိอ่ะရင်ကတော့ခုန real wall ပေါ်အကြောက်လက်မရှိတော့ပြေးပြီးဝင်သွားခဲ့တာပဲအကြောက်လက်မရှိပြေးပြီးဝင်သွားခဲ့တာဒါပေမဲ့ပြဿနာတက်နေတာလီနာရဲ့ position တွေဘလို့မှယူရတာအဆင်မပြေဘူးဖြစ်နေတယ်သူပဲ position ယူတဲ့အပိုင်းမှာလာမယ်ရှင်းရနေပြီးတော့ cover ပေးမဲ့သူမရှိတာပဲလားဒါမှမဟုတ်ရင်မပြောတတ်တော့ဘူးလဲလိုက်ရတဲ့ချင်းကေးဆိုရင်မတန်နေခဲ့ဘူးခုန stitch ကစာဝတ်ကောင်ပဲရတာကွာကျန်တဲ့ကောင်တွေကိုဘက်ကကိုရိုင်းရောကိုဘက်ကကျန်တဲ့နှစ်ကောင်လောက်မှပြန်ကျသွားရဲဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒါကြီးကတော့အစမပြေနေခဲ့ kid boba စာမွန်ကျပြီးတော့ lina only စီကိုပြေးပြီးတော့တက်လာရဲ့ lina မှာ buff မရှိဘူးသူကတော့ purify တော့ပေးလာပြီးတော့ tower ရဲ့အထိပါ hiko ဝင်ပြီးတော့ထိုးသွားရဲ့ကဲ power valentina ပါ real wall ဖြတ်ပြီးတော့ k9 နဲ့တစ်ဖက်မှာ sunset level ပြန်ထိန်းဖို့ကြိုးစားရဲ့ blink ကတော့ဘဒုစီနောက်ကိုလက်ပြေးလိုက်သွားလဲ sunset level အရင်ဖြတ်ဖို့ကြိုးစားရဲ့ blink ဂျိုင်းမှာ one shot ရဲ့ damage တွေဂျိုင်းမှာ blink ကတော့ပြန်ကျသွားပြီး damage k one shot stitch လဲ flicker ပါပေးပြီးတော့ပြေးထားရဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့နောက်မှာ kid boba ကိုရိုင်းကလဲflicker နဲ့ပါပြန်ပြီးတော့လိုက်လာခဲ့ပါတယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါ triple k again ပါ okay တခြားမဟုတ်ဒီပွဲမှာဘန်းစီခြင်းခဲ့တာတကောင်ပဲရှိရယ် Valentina ပဲဘန်းစီခြင်းနိုင်ခဲ့တာအခုကhater pit တာကိုလည်းသိနားမလည်ခဲ့ဘူး hater pit တာကိုနားမလည်ဘူးဆိုတာက second pit မှာ Leo Mo ကြီးထွက်သွားပြီးရဲ့အချိန်မှာ hater ယူလိုက်တယ်အော်ဒါကိုဘက်က assassin ကျန်ခဲ့ယူခြင်းလို့မြန် hater ယူသလားပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့ Kalia နဲ့ Leo Mo ကြီးတွဲပြီးတော့ထွက်သွားတဲ့နေရာမှာ hater ထုတ်တာဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတာတကယ်စဉ်းစားလို့မရခဲ့တာပါတကယ်စဉ်းစားလို့မရခဲ့ဘူးအဲ့ hater ဘယ်သူ့ကိုလုံးမှာလဲသူ့မှာလုံးစရာကနှစ်ကောင်ပဲရှိရယ် Hiko ရဲ့ sunset level ရယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ Hiko နဲ့ sunset level လိမ့်ကိုလည်းသွားနှောင်းနေခဲ့တာမဟုတ်ဘဲနဲ့ one shot ကိုပဲတောက်လျှောက်လိုက်ကြည့်နေခဲ့တာ one shot ကိုကြည့်ရင်းနဲ့သေသွားခဲ့ရလဲအားလီပဲမှာ3ကအဲ့တော့ Fasha ကကိုဘက်က Fasha ဒီဘက်မှာတစ်ဖက်ကအတင်း diving ထိုးပြီးတော့ဝင်လုံးခံနေရတဲ့အချိန်မှာ hater ဟိုဘက်ကိုသွားရမှာလားသူဒီဘက်ကိုပြန်လာရမှာလားဘလို့မှသူ့မှာအစင်မချောနေကြတာတော့အမှန်ပါပဲကဲအခုမှ game number 1ပဲရှိပါသေးရဲ့traffic ကတော့တော်တော်လေးတော့အားမရစရာပါပဲတော်တော်လေးဆိုတာအရှင်းမှာဒီဟာလေးယူလိုက်တာကြိုက်တယ်ဆိုပေမဲ့ကွာနှစ်ကောင်တော့တော်တော်မကြိုက်ဘူး hater နဲ့ hater ယူလိုက်တာရယ် Valentina မဘန်းတာရယ်အဲ့နှစ်ခုကတော့တော်တော်လေးမကြိုက်ဘူးအဲ့နေရာမှာကွာချောင်ယူအောင်တော့ဒါအဆင်ပြေသေးရလို့ပြောလို့ရတယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါ6ခါမြောက် hater မောက်နော်6ခါမြောက် hater မောက် Fasa extra လေးနဲ့ပြေးပြီးထိန်းရှင်းဖို့ကြိုးစားတယ် kid boba တော့ထုံးစံတိုင်းပဲ Lina စီပဲဥတီပြီးပြေးဝင်လာမှာပဲဟလာ Lina စီရောက်ဖို့အတွက်လာပဲကောင်တွေကအရန်အောင်များတယ်အဲ့တော့ kid boba ဘာလုပ်တာလဲဆိုတော့ Lina စီက purify တောင်းတာ purify ပေးလိုက်ပြီးဟေးဆိုရဲ့ချိန်ကြရင်ဒီဘက်မှာတောင်းမဲ့ကောင်တွေအရန်အောင်များလုံးဝကြီးရယ် escape spell အရန်အောင်နဲနေရ Lina အတွက်ကတော့ဒီပွဲကတော့ impact ထွက်ဖို့အတွက်တော်တော်ကြီးကိုရုန်းကန်နေရသေးပါပဲ no difference မှာတော့ team spirit 6.7k ထုံးစံတိုင်းမှာပဲ defend ရပါမယ် high ground defenses ဘယ်လောက်ထိအသက်ရှည်နိုင်မလဲပေါ့လေဆွဲပြီးတော့အချိန်စောလို့တော့ရတယ်တမ်းမအံ့အောင်လို့တော့ရသလောက်တော့အချိန်ဆွဲလို့တော့ရသေးတယ်2 mage ရှင်ကတော့တူတူပဲဟိုဘက်လည်း2 mage ဒီဘက်လည်း2 mage နော်ဆိုတော့ဒီပွဲမှာကေးအများဆုံးဘယ်သူတွေရလာလဲဆိုဟိုဘက်က one shot Leo Mo 803ရှစ်ကောင်အန်ဒါအခုထိအန်ဒါမပြုတ်သေးဘူးဟန်လည်းအန်ဒါမပြုတ်သေးဘူးဆိုပေမဲ့လည်းဟန်ကအရှိပိုင်းမှာ killing spree ရခဲ့ပြီးရဲ့ကာလတစ်ခုကနေပြီးတော့နောက်ထပ်6မိနစ်9မိနစ်လောက်တော့ရှိပြီကေးလုံးဝထပ်ပြီးတော့မရတဲ့အခြေအနေတစ်ခုဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲ့မှာ mage နှစ်ကောင်ကိုအိမ်ဖို့နေတတာမှာ K-boba ကြီးကိုမီးခွင်းစွတ်ပေးပြီးတော့ပြန်ပြေးနေရတဲ့အခြေအနေရှိသမျှဆွဲအကုန်ပေးပြီးတော့ပြန်ပြေးနေရတဲ့အနေအထားဖြစ်နေတဲ့အတွက်ဘယ်လို့မှလုပ်လို့မရဘူး 6ခံမြောက်ဟေတာမောက်ဟဲ့တာတော့ပါပြီနောက်ထပ်9ခါနဲ့10ခါနဲ့မှာဘယ်နှခါမောက်မလဲဆိုတာပဲငါစောင့်ကြည့်ရတော့မှာပဲဟီကိုက Valentina Alice ဆိုတော့ပြန်ဖြဲနေသေးတယ် Alice ဆိုတော့ပြန်ဖြဲနေသေးတယ်လောကတော့Blink ကဝင်သွားပြန်ပြီ Blink ရင်တွဲပြီးဝင်သွားတယ် Okay Han ကတော့နောက်မှာစာဝိုကြီးကို edit တော့လာ Okay Ria Wobble တပြုံတမကြီးပျော်ကြီးရောက်သွားတယ် Han ကတော့ပြန်ကျသွားပြီး shut down Sunset one shot မသိသေးဘူး Leo မမြင်းနဲ့အကုန်လိုက်နေနေရဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါနင်းမိုင်လီနာရဲ့ Blink ရဲ့ပဲကျန်တော့တယ်ခုနကတော့ Blink သိတော့မယ်လို့ပြောလိုက်မိလားမသိဘူးမသိတော့ဘူးတဲ့ဟဲ့အောင်ရဲ့ဒီဘက်ကokay လီနာလွတ်တယ်လို့မြန်ပြောလိုက်လို့လားဟမ်မBlink ရကြော်ထွက်သွားတယ်ဟိုဘက်ကို Air Strike နဲ့တော့ဒါ throne ကိုတော့ရသလောက်တော့ပြေးပြီးတော့ကာနေသေးပဲဟဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီဘက်မှာ Hiko နဲ့ Sunset Lover လဲဒါ throne ကိုလှုပ်Okay လောက်တာမှန်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီဘွဲတော့အလောက်ထိအရင်ဗယံပဒကြီး chaotic ကြီးဖြစ်နေတာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်မျောလင်းချတော့တိတ်တော့မရှိတော့ပါဘူးရှင် game number 1 Team Spirit အနိုင်ရရှိလို့သွားပါတယ်
That's enough. Done and dusted.
ပြောကြစကားကြီးခဏလောက်စွန့်အားသွားတဲ့အတွက်ခဏလောက်တိတ်လေးဟိုဘက်လှည့်ငိုကွင်းပြပါအောင်
They take game 1. Game 1 cleanly. Going to Team Spirit. Yangon Galacticos. They started off great there. It was a good few minutes. But quickly, Team Spirit took control. They were comfortable losing in the laning phase for the first 3 or 4 minutes. And once Team Spirit took control, Yangon just started making these small mistakes and more mistakes, and it built. And in my mind, I don't think that last Lord was the hill to die on. I think they probably could have defended against one more push and tried to extend that game a bit far.
Gas ထဲမှာက gas လောက်ရတဲ့ဟာထဲမှာညကလေး Team Spirit ကိုရွေးမလို့ပါပဲဒါပေမဲ့ကိုရွေးရလေးမှားပါစေဆိုပြီးတော့တော်တော်ကြီးကိုကြိတ်ပြီးဆူတောင်းခဲ့တဲ့ထဲမှာပါပါတယ် fighting everybody fighting တခုပဲအဲ့ဘာလို့အဲ့ hater ကိုဘာကြောင့်ထုတ်တာလဲဆိုတာတကယ်စဉ်းစားမရတဲ့အပိုင်းတစ်ခုပါပဲအဲ့ဟာတစ်ခုရယ် Valentina ဘာလို့မဘန်းတာလဲ Curry ဘန်းနဲ့ Cloud ဘန်းနဲ့ Okay အဲ့ဒါကသူတို့အတွက် trauma hero တွေဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ဒါကြီးကိုဘန်းနေဆိုရဟာကိုနားလက်ခံပေးလိုက်တယ်နော်ဘာလို့ Curry ဘန်းလဲ Alice လိုချင်လို့ Curry ဘန်းလိုက်တယ် Alice နဲ့သူကEve နာကိုပြေးကပ်ပြီးတော့ Eve ကိုသူနှောက်မယ်ပေါ့နော်Hera ကလည်း Eve ကိုနှောက်ဖို့အတွက်ယူတာလားတော့စဉ်းစားတယ် Eve ကိုနှောက်ဖို့အတွက်ယူတာဆိုရင်တော့နည်းနည်းလေး acceptable ဖြစ်သေးတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့သူတောက်လျှောက်လိုက်ပြီးတော့ချိန်နေကြည့်ပြီးတော့နှောက်ဖို့အတွက်ကြိုးစားတာကလီယိုမော်ကြီးကိုလီယိုမော်ကိုဟေတာကသွားနှောက်တယ်ဆိုရင်လီယိုမော်ကသိလားနော်သူရီရောမြင်းကြီးရောလှန်ပြလိုက်လိမ့်မယ်အခုမှလှန်ပြတာမြင်တယ်ဟုတ်နော်ခါလီယာဆူနာမီစနဲ့ဆွဲခေါ်သွားလိုက်ပြီးရင်လီယိုမော်ရဲ့မြင်းရောလူရောခါရဲ့မျက်စောက်ခွက်ကြီးကိုပိတ်နေမလိုက်အဲ့မှာပြားချက်နေရတေးမှောက်တာဆိုရိုမင်းရိုကဘာမှစောက်သုံးစားလို့မရအောင်ငါမပြောဘူးဆိုပြီးတော့မှပောက်ကွဲလာပြန်ပြီရိုကြီးကသုံးစားမရတော့အဲ့ကြားထဲမှာဆိုရာယူပြီးတော့ Valentina ပေးပါတယ် Valentina ကိုတပ်ပစ်မှာထွက်သွားခဲ့ရဆိုရင်ငါမပြောသေးဘူးသိလား Valentina ကိုဟိုဘက်ကတပ်ပစ်မှာစောစီးယူသွားခဲ့ရဆိုရင်တကယ်မပြောဘူးအခုဟာ 4 pay ရဲ့ fit banning ရဲ့ 4 banning ရဲ့မှာ ban လို့ရရဲ့တာနဲ့ Valentina မ ban မနဲ့ CC ban နေတဲ့ Okay CC ရရဲ့ကိစ္စမရှိဘူးငါစဉ်းစားလို့ရသွားပြီ drop it ဆောက်မှအကြောင်းရှုံးတယ်လို့ပဲငါတို့လက်ခံလိုက်တော့ဘလို့ပဲပစ်ဘလို့ပဲတောင်းပစ်ဒီသင်ကရှုံးနေအောင်ပါပဲ
battle that happened in that game I believe that Team Spirit was able to win over Young Galacticos just plainly because of their stellar positioning. The formation that they did in the mid lane where you saw that it was Kid Bomba manning the front lines and then you also have that Eve box that separates the damage dealers of Team Spirit from the damage dealers of Young Galacticos. Young Galacticos had to run a mile and get bombarded by the Eve ultimate as well as the damage from one shot.
ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်မနေ့အစောပိုင်းဆိုတော့အဲ့ arena ထဲမှာတယောက်မှမရှိဘူးပွဲထဲမှာ တယောက်မှမရှိဘူးဆိုတာသက်ဆိုင်ရာ organization ရဲ့လူတွေကလွယ်ရင် audience တယောက်မှမရှိတဲ့အချိန်ဒီပွဲကိုကျင်းပပေးတဲ့အတွက်ကျေးဇူးအများကြီးတင်ပါတယ်
does make it quite difficult, but we will talk about that just a little bit later. For now, we're going to be talking about the MVP coming in from Team Spirit. We're going to check out who is the MVP by our official gaming phone, Realme, and it is going to be a one-shot. Though I got to say, I kind of feel like his KDA has been statted a little bit. There were some kills that he kind of got for free, Gideon.
Oh yeah, for sure. And especially on the Leo mode, it's just so easy to get the freebies when it's like, oh, you don't have a flicker, you have no way to run away, and you're below 50% HP. Tell me more.
The most cool, the coolest passive name ever, probably. Oathbreaker. That's pretty good.
See, Leo Mort is just a cool hero.
Yeah, it's just a cool and I would say edgy hero. You know? Yeah, very edgy.
He's a nightmare.
Yeah, he's a nightmare actually. What we do know about this Leo Mort is that he played it so well. I think that he is one of the better performances that we've seen with the Leo Mort.
Stoner ပြောရလဲမှန်တယ် Stoner ပြောရလဲမှန်တယ် coach ကပေးတာနော် coach ကပေးတာအဲ့ coach က draft တွေကိုစောက်တလွဲကြီးလုံနေတာဟိုးကာကြီးကကလေးကမှာတော့ okay တဲ့ပထမဆုံးတစ်ပွဲမှာတော့ white cap ပွဲတော့ကတော့ white cap မို့လို့ငါတို့က AC ရရကွာအခုဒီတောက်လျှောက် group ဘယ်လိုလဲ Swiss stage တွေ knockout stage team မှာ draft တွေတစ်ခုမှစောက်ပုံမလာဘူးเนาะကောင်းငန်းလေးရရင်လေအဲ့နဲ့ဆိုင်တဲ့ဟာကို comfort ဖြစ်အောင်မလုပ်ပေးတတ်ဘူးဒီဘက်မှာကလည်း player ကလည်း ဆော့ပါမှာ blink အောင်မှာ sunset level ကိုသွားအိမ်နဲ့မှန်တယ်အဲ့အထီကတော့မှန်သေးရဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့ team ကတကွဲတပြားကြီးဖြစ်နေဗတဲ့တို့တခါလေးနိုင်နေဆိုတာကိုတွေ့လိုက်ရတယ်တောက်လျှောက်မာခံရတာဆိုတော့ဘလို့မှအေးပေါ့ကိုတင်ကညံ့နေရဲဆိုတဲ့ဟာကိုငါတို့ကလက်ခံပြီးတော့လိုအပ်သွားပြီကိုတင်ညံ့နေတာရင်ကလည်းစန်းဆက်လာပါနောက်ပြေးကပ်ဖို့ကြိုးစားတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ဒါတွေကိုပြေးကပ်နေတဲ့အချိန်မှာဘေးနာကလီယိုမော်ကြီးကငင်းကြီးနဲ့ထိုင်ထိုးနေတာကိုဗလန်တီနာပေးချင်အောင်
And more importantly, this is where Kid Bomba gets to do whatever he wants, right? How many times was a Falling Star Moon targeted because he just so happens to not check a bush?
Geography is such a cool word to use in this particular scenario because it's actually what you can see. It's the way that Team Spirit is playing the map or the mini parts of the skirmishes where you put the real world manipulation so that the Harley, if he tries to jump the Eve or this Leomord, he cannot really freely hit with the first kill. Although he can pop the ultimate, he cannot supplement the damage afterwards. And when that happens, you can see that Leomord already has lifesteal his way out of the situation.
Speaking of geography, you got to talk about clouds, and I feel like we got to talk about the elephant in the room here, Stitch on this Sora, because I look at this emblem setup and it's Rupture, Festival of Blood with the fighter emblem. So clearly he wants to do a little bit more damage. But when we see Hiko, his emblem setup is all defense, but he still did a lot of damage. Do you guys feel like it might have been a mistake for Stitch trying to get a little bit greedy, thinking that he could win the 1v1 against Valentina?
I think that most of the gold laners have chosen Temporal Rain as well on Sora. I would say
usually a bit defensive, not the Rupture.
That's actually true. You know what? Maybe in this particular scenario, yes, it is. Especially because you're looking at a fighter setup as well from Team Spirit. There's no hero that you can really burst like immediately with your hero. And also, if you're looking at YG, they really don't have that quote burst kind of strategy. Even when you can say that Farsa as well as Hardy, they are quote unquote burst, they're not like actual immediate nukes where it just, deletes the hero. So maybe, yeah, the Rupture did not work in that regard.
Personally, I think the way to look at it is because of Sora's passive, actually. Whenever you have extra attack damage or max HP, you convert it to the opposite depending on which form you switch. And that's why Stitch, early game, I'm looking to be in that lightning form. I'm looking to win out the lane, maybe get a couple of ultimates. Later in the game, immediately he's thinking, oh man, if Ying misses his engagement, I gotta be the one. And that's why his setup wants him to actually survive deeper into these fights.
So now my question to Wolf here, because I feel like Young Galacticos, their draft can actually work if they have a lead. So realistically, how much of a lead they actually need to make sure that they can deal with Team Spirit's draft?
That's an interesting question. I think it's not a matter of how much lead that they have. I think that keeping it steady at 2,000 for the first 8 minutes and 10 minutes is fine as long as you're able to get into frontiers or select a proper target. Neither was true for Young Galacticos. Not only did they not get a good formation of skirmishes, they also couldn't find the right target to burst. Like, would you actually jump the Leomord? The Leomord can just go for the lifesteal and sustain himself even when you pop your ultimate on the Hardy. Then, if you're looking at the Eve, well, it doesn't matter if the Eve dies as long as the real-world manipulation is already put up. Is he able to pop his damage? It's a problem with not having an immediate burst on your team. The heroes that can actually just, throw their skills away and die afterwards, they benefit from it.
We're going to be looking at the goal graph here to really see the momentum of the game. And as our casters have stated, in the early game, it was actually looking quite good for Yangon Galacticos because, again, they controlled the mid. Make sure for the first 6 minutes, there were no rotations at all. But one turtle take coming in from Team Spirit, and that's where you can see the rise of Team Spirit controlling the map.
Habu Kiboye, Fakoma, as if I Throw chinchins and below to a dam hole. As I go, liquid canibio, canlan low, two life at a pobio, a common opportunity to who yalla, very luck. Gangamu to who yalla, today dry. As I would look like that. Fagone, as I ne chima, Paladon chilles or how, as I interview Reggie like. Lawan through near a simply. Mars leg out of Quapiero. Quapiero. Throw a chinny bien, Mabia, Harua, two, that's what you, Gia, to you. To you, Semapiro, say him. Okay. No? I'm a bit on a bit and loved it. I bit as if you download it. So. Kuga. You're about. Sorry, a single shop. You're a single shop. You're a palm. You're me with Joe's army. So you're turning and chap. You're so see no love. No. Figure you go a hold their hat. No? I'm saying my cloud figure you live at 10 happy. Aha. Cloud on the grandeur figure. Haru not any long jam yamming. Haru ugly. Kuma low below a miana gia. A lot of genius day love your Jane, you want put on a song and a few muriel, not a king to Lamar, my Jonesy Jim wrote him. I live your debut, but I'm not and Siri go why he sub your party yet. Why can't I put 9? Okay, 9 then, day 2 my on go 9. Ha, nay, jala only pure, did I nay, I jai, pure look, song and pure look, ha, so, honey V, not only honey V, but hey, now yet, but the mere boy, my yay, jala, 16 years. I don't be a meal damn la. On it on a baby or happy, my ear, no? A good more than of your dog show tango, young Okaina. Don't be too big at Tom Georgia mouth. Talai paro. Eh. Akumala was he like, how dare. The voice of you are be came to lay sound by pass off fiber. But I hope that they sign me or show no boys on Lacano Yai. I wrote Bama, they are Messiah up in it. They are good to quasi, they are the count win, the counter, the counter, and no mu go to shop Penia. Through figure it on Yanni.
And the M7 figure, look at this! This looks amazing! At this point, we might actually take it away. And plus, you can get the Gato Pacha Solar Spark skin for free, the fan favorite M5 Yuzong skin, and the revamped M Championship skin. Also making a limited time return, so make sure you guys don't miss out on all the wonderful rewards. Again, best value for money, man. Make sure you guys grab the pass.
It's a good time to play the pass. And honestly, I've been trying to work on it. Goodness, you really gotta work some.
We work really.
Canali. I M7 Granja Brian Skin go. Nga day out heavy penny on it. I'm alone in ma. Bajang lie loom can me alam do. Bajang lem do. A Tony a daddy a go in a hello holomu a choni yai low time fit the designed who at la villa. Do Ngae di Anubian Yao Bo can Zamu taste got Diniama, the cuckoo loenia vela senani. To kill him loudly. Ella! Not your member loud, look at Nanya. Galau don't lie. Galau lie. ဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲဒီဟာရဲ့ Granger Prime Skin ကိုခံစားမိရဲ့ feeling ကကြတော့သူ့မှာ things မရှိဘူးလို့ခံစားမိရဲ့ concept တို့တွေက design တစ်ခုကိုလုပ်တဲ့ခါကျရင် basic concept ဆိုတာရှိရကွာသူဟာ color အတွဲဆက်ပြီးတော့ design ရဲ့သူ့ရဲ့ခုနလို concept ပေါ့နော်ဒီဟာမှာဘာ concept မှမရှိဘူးတွေ့ရနေရကိုဒီလိုတွေခြုံထားလိုက်မယ်ခေါင်းဝင်လားဒီလိုခြုံထားလိုက်မယ်ဘေးနာအတောင်မလားဒီလိုခြုံထားလိုက်မယ်ပြီးရင်အယောင်ကိုဆက်ထားတဲ့ပုံစံကဘာကိုသွားပြီးတော့ပြေးမြင်အောင်လဲဆိုတော့ရေထဲမှာစီပိုင်းလိုမျိုးဟာထဲမှာလေစေးစက်တွေချပြီးတော့ဟာတွေကိုဘာလဲပစ္စည်းတွေကိုအယောင်ဆိုးတဲ့ဟာလေ dying လုပ်တဲ့ဟာအဲ့ခါမှာအယောင်တွေကိုအဲ့လိုမျိုးပြစ်ထည့်ထားပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးဇောဆိုပြီးတော့ဆွဲထုတ်လိုက်ပြီးတော့ဖြစ်လာတဲ့ကာလာမျိုးကြီးစိတ်ထဲမှာငါလည်းတော့ဘယ်အရာမှမကြည့်ရသလိုပဲခဲကြပါအောင်
Lane Sora has more utility.
I would say right now XP is looking pretty good because I took a look at the upcoming patch notes, and it does seem like playing EXP Sora will just be slightly bit more difficult because they're raising the cooldowns for the Torrent form, right? And then they're not touching the Thunder form. So I really feel like, you know, getting those kills in the early game, you know, on the Thunder form is going to be much easier. We might even see it transitioning all the way to the jungle. Who knows, right? Who knows?
I like that. I like the idea of just the Thunder form not being touched because, again, great abilities. I think it was probably a little too high on the base damage, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think that Sora needs to be nerfed in general. So you'll be
You're listening.
Unfortunately, though, that's
well. Since he doesn't want to talk about this, let's talk about the players here. Young Galacticos, what do they really have to change? Do you really feel like Wolf is that it's the draft? Because from where I was sitting, it does look like they don't deal that much damage. By the way, can I just say, with them casting here, with the TV here, you and me having our devices and me write down notes, I feel like how do I say?
A professional?
I feel like a judge. like a sports happening and I'm like, yep.
ဟုတ်တော့ color dress အားနေလို့လည်းဘယ်အောင်မှ highlight ဟုတ်တယ်ကိုထားအောင်ပြောတဲ့အတိုင်းပဲအဲ့ဒါကိုဘယ်ဟာကိုသူ့ရဲ့ concept ကဘယ်ဟာကိုပြချင်တာလဲဟိုဟာလေ concept တွေထဲမှာလေအကြိုက်ဆုံး concept ဆိုရင်လေတစ်ခုရှိတယ်ဘယ်ဒီ design တွေထဲမှာice skin ထွက်လာတဲ့အချိန်မှာဟာဆိုပြီးတော့လုံးဝရင်သက်ရှူမောဖြစ်ပြီးတော့ ice skin ကိုခဏကိုကိုင်းတဲ့ hero မဟုတ်တာအောင်မှာတော်ကြည့်ပြီးနီးတဲ့ skin ရှိတယ်အရင်တော့ကထွက်တဲ့ချောင်း dragon boy တကယ်ပြောတာအဲ့လိုကောင်မျိုးတာလေအဲ့ design လေးကိုတာ figure ထုတ်ကြည့်လိုက်အခုဟာတဲ့နှစ်ဆပေးပြီးယူဆိုလဲယူပေးမယ်တကယ်လှလို့ချောင်း dragon boy အဲ့သူ့ရဲ့ dress နဲ့ပြီးတော့ဘေးနားမှာငကားပတ်ထားတဲ့ပုံနဲ့ရှင်းလေးဘာမှအများကြီးမရှုပ်ထွေးဘူးအရာအတွဲဆက် color design တကယ်ကို happy ပြီးတော့လှနေရောပဲအခု Granger Prime ကငါယူရတာဂျွန်လောင်ယွန်နေဟဲ့ဟုတ်ပဲ collection လုံးနေလို့ဒါယူရတာအရင်cloud တုံးကမှ acceptable ဖြစ်သေးတယ်ဒီဟာကြီးကတော့အရင်ကျန် designer တွေပြောင်းသွားပုံရတယ် designer တွေဒီ skin ထုတ်တဲ့ design လုပ်တဲ့လူတွေချင်းအရင်တော့လူတွေမရှိတော့ဘူးလို့တော့ကြားရပဲ ice skin တွေရော
He is there.
first match ကမကြည့်လိုက်ရဘူးတဲ့ယူပါရဲ့ first match မကြည့်လိုက်ရပဲကောင်းပါတယ်ပြန်လဲမကြည့်ချင်စမ်းပါနဲ့မကြည့်နဲ့လုံးဝမတော်မကြည့်နဲ့နော်ကြိုပြောထားတယ်ပြီးခဲ့တဲ့ခုန game 1ကိုလုံးဝမကြည့်မိသေးဘူး
He is there.
test ချရကော်လားဆိုတော့ကော်ပဲဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့လာမယ် figure ထုတ်တဲ့ဟာကြီးတွေပဲလောက်ထားတာပါပဲဒါပေမဲ့အရင်မက်လောက်စရာ design ဖြစ်နေလားဆိုတော့လဲ no စီမှာအဲ့လို figure တွေအများကြီးမြင်မှုပါတယ်အိမ်မှာ collection တွေလည်းလောက်ထားတာအများကြီးပဲကွာဥပမာ one piece တို့တခြားလာမယ် transformer အယုတ်ကလေးတွေone piece လည်းရှိရ transformer အယုတ်တွေလည်းရှိရပြီးတော့အဲ့လို figure တွေအများကြီးပဲရှိရကွာအိမ်မှာအဲ့တော့ကိုကမြင်မှုနေအဲ့ figure တွေကိုတကယ်ဆောင်ရမ်းလှတဲ့ figure တွေကိုမြင်မှုနေတဲ့လူတွေဆိုတော့အဲ့အယုတ်ကြီးမြင်တဲ့အချိန်မှာဟွန်းဒါကြီးလားဆိုပြီးတော့ D series ကနေပြီး representative ထုတ်တဲ့ figure ကြီးကဓာကြီးလားဆိုရိုးဒီတိုင်းဟာအပြင်မှာအလီကောင်မှာသွားလှဲလို့ရတဲ့ဟာလောက်ဆိုရင်ငါမပြောဘူးဒီ design ကိုသွားတင်ဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါဓာကြီးဒီလောက်ပဲဒါပေမဲ့ဒီလိုပွဲကြီးနဲ့ဒီ scale ဒီ figure ကြီးနဲ့ဆိုတဲ့ဟာကြီးကဥယူနောက်ဆိုငါ့ကို ban တော့မယ်နဲ့တူပါတယ် blacklist ထည့်မှန်းမဟုတ်ဆိုပြီးတော့
Call me a hero as I save my nation from
I
falling
don't
apart.
know အရင်ကောင်းနေလို့များလားတောကားတွေမရောက်တောကားတွေရောက်ချင်တယ်ဆိုတော့တော့ကြည့် Okay game number 2ရဲ့ traffic လေးလာပါပြီအဲ့တော့ကြည့်ကြပါနော်စာဝိုင်းတင်နေတယ်no ငါတို့ကစာဖောင်းမဲထိုင်ထူတော့မှာတင်တော့ဘာလို့ရမှာပါလို့လို့မရဘူးသူတို့ skin တွေကြည့်လိုက်တော်တော်များကြည့်လိုက်ခုနောက်ပိုင်းမှာ themes ကကွဲထွက်နေရဲ့ဟိုမျိုးမရှိဘူးအခုဒီတလောပိုင်းမှာထွက်တဲ့ skin ထဲမှာဆိုရင်တော့ glue skin တို့ပါလို့တော့သဘောကျတယ်ဒါ SpongeBob ဟိုဟာလေးကိုပြန်ပြီးယူပြီးလုပ်ထားဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ဒါ this is not the creative လေglue ကိုသဘောကျရဲဆိုရဟာမှာသူ spare ခွဲထွက်သွားတဲ့ပုံစံလေးတွေဟို battery ရဲ့ဟိုလာမယ်ပုံစံလေးပြန်ယူပြီးတော့လှုပ်ထားတာကောင်းတယ်အဲ့ဒါလောက်ပဲဒါပေမဲ့နေလှုပ်ဟေးဆိုရင်အဲ့မှာစောက်တလွဲတွေဟိုအယောင်ခရမ်းရောင်ရဲ့အနီရောင်ရဲ့ရွှေရောင်ရဲ့အဲ့ဒါရောတဲ့ဟာတွေကြီးပဲထွက်လာမယ်အခုနောက်ပိုင်းဖက်ပါလားအစိမ်းရောင်ပေါ့ဟာလီဟဲဒါကြီးထွက်လာပြန်ပြီAstro က revamp မယ်တဲ့လောက်ပါစေလီယိုမဟေတာစီတခါလေးချိုင်လေငါတို့ run song ရဲ့ vibe လေးပြဝင်သွားတယ်ဒီလား run မှာဘာငါတို့ဟိုရမ်းပါဆိုရင်ဘာလာဒါဆိုပြီးတော့ငါတို့ရှိရလေတိုက်မင်းကဒါကောင်းတယ်ဘာလာဒါနဲ့ချမယ်အေးချကွာ
Haze upon the edge of the void.
Ja, aku rasa nggak wala po, sana wala po. Cô ye ở tỷ là ye yang niệm tiêu bự đâu. အပေါ်ကိုရဲကြော်အောင်တော့သိရရဲအောင်တော့မသိဘူးဆိုတော့ရဲအောင်လားအတန်းဘာလို့မကြား
Will soon be a burger ground.
Okay. Dai, rama bari chan le. Free a goal line လေးတော့ထွက်လာပြီ။ Sora နှစ်သိန်းလုံးမှာဘယ်သူမှမယူသေးဘူး။ Sisi goal line လား။ Sisi Sora ထည့်လိုက်လေ။ Valentina လေးလည်းမဘန်းတော့ဘူးဆိုတော့ကွက်တီပဲ။ Fasa ဘန်းပါတယ်။ Fasa ဘန်းတယ်။ Aha. မင်းစစ်သားကိုလိမ့်လားပွဲရအခုဘာလို့လဲနေရလဲအဲ့ဒီအဝိုင်းတစ်ချက်လဲသွားတာအမဘက်ကမဟုတ်တော့ဘူးဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့အမတယောက်တည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးကွာတခြားလူတွေဥမာရဲနောင်တို့ဘာလို့ဒီ clean feed ကပြရင်လဲ clean feed ကခဏထစ်တယ်နော်ဆိုပြီးတော့သူတို့ဟို complain သွားတာကိုတွေ့ရအဲ့တော့ဒီ clean feed ကအဲ့လိုအဝိုင်းခဏလဲတာပါ Give me mid lane. Oh, free 来拼波အောင်မယ်拼波အောင်မယ်မား MC ကိုမမ်းမသွားခြင်းတဲ့အကြောင်းရင်းနော်ပွဲကြည့်ရမှာကြောက်လို့ဒီပွဲကိုကြည့်ရမှာကြောက်လို့နော်နင် Justin တို့ပျော်နေလားမတော့ငါမသိဘူးပေါ့လေအိမ်မှာကြည့်ရအောင်တော်စိတ်ဆင်းညိုနေတာမမ်း MC ကိုမသွားခြင်းတဲ့အကြောင်းရင်းနံပါတ်1ကပတ်စံမရှိလို့နံပါတ်2ကလည်းပတ်စံမရှိလို့နံပါတ်3ကလည်းပတ်စံမရှိလို့ရှောက်ပြောနေတာပတ်စံရှိရယ်အတန်ပြောက်နေပြီအတန်ပြောက်သွားရင် live stream နဲ့ခဏထွက်ပြီးတော့ပြန်ဝင်လိုက်ပါဘိုင်းချက်လဲချက်ကြော်နဲ့ထမင်းနဲ့စားမလားရပြောရဲကစတာစီစီနဲ့ခင်လာမခင်မအောင်ရှင်ဂိမ်း1ဂိမ်း2တော့ဘယ်လိုလာမလဲမသိဘူးဂိမ်း2လဲဒီလိုပဲဆိုရင်တော့ငါတို့ကနှစ်ပွဲလုံးဒီလို
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
လဲလိုက်စမ်းပွဲ3ရက်ဒီအဝိုင်းကိုလဲပလိုက်စမ်း
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
အတန်ပြန်ကြားရပြီလားလောင်နေရတဲ့ကြားကြက်တိမရှိရဟာမမေးပါနဲ့တောင်းမှန်ပါတယ်တောင်းမှန်ပါတယ်โอเคတင်းအောင်မှာတော့ header တကောင်နောက်ပြန်ပြီးတော့ fall လိုက်ရပါပြီအောက်မှာတော့ Hiko နဲ့ stage အဲ့ဒီ Freya နဲ့ ထိန်ဖို့တော့ဒီ CCU ရေးလိုက်တယ်ဆိုတော့ဟာကြီးကအလုံးဖြစ်ပါမလားCC တိတ်ကြိုက်ကြတာတော့တို့လည်းသိပါတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အခု Freya က fighter ချင်းတူသူနဲ့ goal လိမ့်မှာလာထိန်းတဲ့အခါကျရင်ဘယ်ကောင်လာထိန်းနေ level 4ရောက်ပြီဆိုတော့အကုန်လုံးခုနဆိုရင်ကြည့်လိုက် goal crack ကြီးကို porting စားနေတာ stage ကိုလုံးဝဝင်မလူရဲဘူးလူလို့လဲအဲ့လောက်ထိလူလို့မရဘူးကိုပဲပြန်ပြီးတော့နာမှာဆိုတော့အချိန်တွေကအဲ့လိုကြီးဖြစ်နေရယ် Okay ဘာဆက်ပြောရမလဲအဲ့မှာလာပြီဗျာလိုင်းပြေးပြေးတာမရှက်နဲ့ပြေးတာဟုတ်တယ်တာဝါပဲနေတာဝါအောက်ထဲပဲနေအခုလောက်ကလေးကတာဝါအောက်ထဲပဲနေရရဲဆိုမှတော့မင်းကွာစဉ်းစားကြည့်လိုက်အနာမကတ်ရဲဘူးကတ်လို့လည်းမရဘူးโอเคမလိန်ရောတာယာလားဆိုတော့မလိန်လည်းပြေးနေရပါတယ်ဂိုးလိန်လည်းဟိုမှာ creep ပါဖြတ်ခံနေရပြီ EHP လေးကိုကြည့်လိုက်အောင် 4VS is that 4VS ဟိုဘက်ကအားလော့ okay ဟန်ညင်းတော့ခေါ်လိုက်ပြီဒီဘက်မှာ one shot ပြီးတော့နင်းနိုင်ဒါပေမဲ့လော်နောက်ကတ်လို့မရဘူး one shot တာတယ်ရပြီးတော့ ying first blood ပေးလိုက်ရပါတယ် sorry ပါစကားမပြောနိုင်တော့လို့ sorry ပါနည်းနည်းချုပ်ဖြစ်နေလို့ပါဒီတိုင်းလေးပဲဘာမှမပြောတော့ဘဲနဲ့ခဏလောက်ကြည့်လိုက်မယ်နော်အမန်တန်ကျနေဟုတ်လား
Enemy
4-1 4-1 4-1 ha Okay, sensor level ဝင်ကြိတ်တယ်မရဘူးထပ်ခေါ်ခံရတယ် Ali ဟောင်း Ali တိုင်တော့မှမထိုင်တယ်လေခုလက်ကိလား Ali လည်းခုမှတာယာနေရာမျိုးတိတ်တော့မမြင်နေရဘူးဘယ်လိန်တာယာနေလဲလို့လိုက်တော့ကြည့်နေသေးတယ် mid lane လည်းအနောက်ဆုတ်ပြီးတော့စားရတယ်goal lane လည်းမှာ tower တွေကနေတိတ်မထွက်ရဘူး free အောင်နည်းနည်းကြောက်လို့ဆိုတော့Treasure boss ဆန်ဆလဘာပါလာသေးရဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့ဗဒဲကိုဖွင့်နိုင်ခြင်းမရှိနေသေးဘူး kit ဘောပါ backline နဲ့ဒီဝင်လာပါတယ်လီနာကိုတောက်လျှောက်လိုက်ဖိထားတယ်လီနာကတော့လွတ်သွားတဲ့ပုံစံပဲအဲ့တော့ရှေ့မှာက2ယောက်ပြန်ကျသွားရဲဆိုတော့ဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဘူးလီနာထက်ကင်ပေါက်ခံရပြီးတော့ Hiko trip back ကလီနာမောက်တယ် hey stage မှာထပ်ကြလိုက်မလားအဲ့ဆို wipe out သွားပြီတယောက်ကြံနေစိတ်ပူနေအောင်ပဲစိတ်ပူစရာမကြံတော့အောင်ဖြစ်သွားမလားပေါ့လေ喂，我说一楼是楼，没骗你乌嘿。我说是楼，一楼没骗你乌嘿。哎呀呀！stand များတဲ့အေးထောက်လိုက်ရင်တို့ကဟိုဘယ်လိုလဲ AOE stand နေနဲ့ရန်ဖြစ်ထားတဲ့အသင်းလေ AOE stand နေနဲ့ရန်ဖြစ်ထားတဲ့အသင်းဆိုတော့တို့က pick up only ပဲစော့မှာ pick up ပဲတကောင်တော့well
done team
ဝင်လာရင် like and share ဝါဝင်လာရင် like and share ဝါဟေဒါကြီးကဘာလုပ်ဖို့လဲလို့ဒီပွဲမှာလဲဟေဒါကဘာလုပ်ဖို့လဲလို့ဖရီယာကြီးကဂိုးထိတ်ဆုံးမှာပါတဲ့ဖရီယာကြီးကဂိုးထိတ်ဆုံးမှာပါမရပါဘူးကွယ်တော်တော်လေးဖရီယာ9000နဲ့လီယိုမော3000နဲ့
Red team turret has been destroyed.
နေရောင်းချင်းတားကြိုက်တာလို့ I don't know စိတ်မရှိပါနဲ့ဘာမှမပြောတော့ဘူးဆိုတာကတ်စရာဘာမှမရှိဘူးလို့ကတ်ဖို့အတွက်အားမရှိတော့လို့ပါတတနာကိုကတ်မလို့လားဘာလို့မလို့လဲနှုံးက6000กว่าနေရလေ9မိနစ်မှာ6000กว่าနေရပါဖေတို့မေတို့ရဲ့တတနာကိုတက်ကတ်ပြန်ပြီလို့နှုံးဘလောက်กว่าနေလဲမကြည့်တတ်ဘူးလားနော်ဘလောက်กว่าလဲဖြစ်တယ်လို့ကြီးလုံးနေရယ်ပိုဆိုးနေပြီအရန်ဟိုတယောက်တစ်ပေါက်တွေဖြစ်ရှင်ရဖြစ်နေတာ combination တစ်စက်မှမရှိဘူးဒီစောပေါင်းနဲ့လေသိလား day 1တော့ဟို white cat အတင်းနဲ့ပြန်ဆော့ရင်တော့မှရှုံးနေသိလားဒီစောပေါင်းနဲ့ဆိုရင်လေရိုက်ဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့မှာယူချင်းအောင်ဟဲတာထိုက်ရိုက် rely 哦မပြေးနိုင်ပါဘူးလို့ AOE မကြိုက်ချင်အောင်နင်တို့စောက်တင်
Well done.
14-2 တဲ့ရုပ်ပေါက်လိုက်တာဟိုတူတင်ကိုတင်ချပြီးရှုံးရင်ငါတကယ်ပြောရပါငါတူတင်ကိုတင်ချပြီးရှုံးတဲ့ပွဲဆိုရင်ငါ appreciate လုပ်ပါတယ်တကယ်ပြောရပါ9 မိနစ်မှာတော့တန်းကေပါတဲ့ခေါ်ရှေကိုစင်မောစင်ကိုင်းပြီး game 3ကိုပေါ့ကို player တွေကြီးပဲထွက်ပြီးတော့စော့ကြည့်ကြည့်ပါလားကိုင်းနေတာကိုင်းပြီးတော့လေဓာတ်တဲ့အချိန်ကြီးစိုးစရာလဲဘာအကြောင်းမှမရှိတော့ဘူးထင်တာပဲဘလင်းကကောင်ထဲမှာသွားဝင်လုံးပြန်တာလေရွဲနေကြပြီတယောက်နဲ့တယောက်စောက်ပြဿနာတွေတက်နေပြီplayer ချင်းစောက်ပြဿနာတက်နေတာတွေ့လားအဲ့ player ချင်းစကားမပြောတော့ဘဲနဲ့လုံးချင်ရလုပ်ပြီးတော့စောက်ပြဿနာတက်နေတာအဲ့ဆော့ဘောက်ကငါတို့ run မှာတယောက်နဲ့တယောက်စိတ်ဆိုးသွားရင်လုံးတဲ့စောက်ချိုးတွေရတာဟိုဒါပြီး disband မယ်ဆိုတော့ငါသိရယ်အစောကြီးကသိရယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီလောက်ကြီးတော့ဂျုံပေါ့မချန်ထားခဲ့တဲ့ဘူး7 minute 12 game 10 minute 12 game ချင်းစကားမပြောတော့ဘူးဟိုဘက်ကပုံမှာပဲကြည့်လိုက်သူတို့နေရလှုပ်ရှင်ရည်လှုပ်ပြီးသူတို့နေရ
Well done, team.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Team base turret has been destroyed.
ရုပ်ပေါက်ဆုံးပွဲပဲဒီအပိုင်းကြီးသမျှထဲမှာရုပ်ပေါက်ဆုံးပွဲပဲlevel 14နဲ့ level 9နဲ့ Human vs AI Team Spirit vs AI Yay AI နေနဲ့ဒီမှာ AI နေနဲ့ချနေရပါ AI မှုကြီးပါ AI မှုကြီးပြနေတာပါ AI မှုကြီးစောနေတာပါလို့သွားတယ်ပါဟေးတကယ်ပြောတာနောကောက်စိတ်မှာဒီဒါမဲ့တခြားဘယ်ပွဲကိုပဲကြည်လိုက်မနေ့ကပွဲတွေရောအဲ့အရှိရက်ကပွဲတွေရောတဲ့ပြောရရင်ကွာဟိုဟာထွက်သွားတဲ့ဟိုမွန်ဂိုအသင်းတို့ကမ္ဘောဒီးယားအသင်းတို့အဲ့ကောင်နေတောင်မှအဲ့အထက်ပို့ပြီးတော့စိတ်သက်ပိုကောင်းဟိုစိတ်သက်ကတဲ့မလားအရှုံးမပေးဘူးဆိုရင်စိတ်သက်ကိုပို့ပြီးမြင်ရသေးတယ်ဒီပွဲကတော့ရုပ်ပေါက်ဆုံးပါပဲ MC တစ်ခုလုံးမှာမြင်ရသမျှရမှာ
We've seen them play amazing games. I came in today thinking that there was a chance that they could maybe do the upset, but Team Spirit is crushing any of those thoughts.
You know, even not just based on performance, right? I think the drafts, you gotta start from the drafts as well. But yeah, I mean, in this game, it was just a one-sided game from the early game. They were able to translate towards the mid. And I don't feel like it's a late game. 12 minutes in, that's Spirit. Again, just showing quality of MLBB, good quality of MLBB.
Yeah, I mean, just clean, aggressive play. And even though they were aggressive, it wasn't like they were ever extremely pushing the envelope for what they had. I can't wait to hear what the panelists had to say about this. LaBelle, what do you think?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Gani, as well as Trex. That was a game, and
That was a game.
And in a way, like if I was a boss, I would just say, no notes. You all did pretty good. And here's the thing. This is why we love Kid Bama and a more proactive kind of picks, because he looks good. And here's the thing. I really like Hiko the fighter now.
Yeah.
Like, stop using all this marksman.
He's kind of sick.
Fight.
He's really kind of sick of it. But I think we could all agree that we just watched domestic abuse and we were like, okay with it first to a certain degree because the
series တစ်လျှောက်အခြားဆုံးဖြစ်သွားပြီလား series တစ်လျှောက်မှာရောမယ် Falcon ကတော့နံပါတ် 4 ထိရောက်ခဲ့ဘူးသေးရဟုတ်တယ်မလားတို့တွေမှတ်မိသလောက်တော့ top 8ဒီလောက်ပါပဲအသင်းတွေအကုန်လုံးကဒီလောက်ပါပဲ YG တော့အမှန်တိုင်းပြောရရင်တော့ဟိုတော်တော်လေး expectation ထားခဲ့မိရဲ့အထဲမှာပါတယ်ဒီလိုတော့မဖြစ်တော့ဘူးလေဆိုဒလားလောက်ထိအခြေအနေစိုးစိုးဝါးကြီးကိုမမျှော်လင့်ထားခဲ့တာအမှန်ပဲဟို top 6လောက်ထိဝင်နိုင်မလားဆိုပြီးတော့တွေးခဲ့တယ်ကွာtop 6ကိုရောက်ရင်တော့ဒါငါ expectation ကိုမိဟိုလာမယ်ထိသွားပြီပေါ့နော်ထိသွားပြီဆိုရင်ဒါကျင်းနေပေးလိုက်လို့ရတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အခုက top 8ကိုဝင်ပြီးတော့ဒီနေ့စောပေါက်မှာကြိုးစားလောက်သွားတခုမှမတွေ့ရပါဘူးတခုဆိုတခုမှမတွေ့ရပါဘူး Game number 2 player ချင်းစိတ်ဆိုးနေကြတယ်လှုပ်ချင်တာတွေလှုပ်နေကြတယ်ဘူဝါရဲ့ပုံစံအနေနဲ့အဲ့တော့ Team Spirit နဲ့ရှင်ပြိုင်မှုအတွက်ကိုရှေ့မှာ3ရက်နားခွင့်ရထားတယ်3ရက်နားခွင့်ရတဲ့အချိန်ကာလအတွင်းမှာ YG ကဘာတွေလုပ်နေခဲ့ရလဲ right ခုနတကယ်စကားကိုမပြောနိုင်တော့လားတော်တော်ကြီးကိုဆူဝါးကြီးမို့လို့သိလားသူချအကုန်လုံးကတော့သူချကိုချနဲ့ရှုံးတာလက်ခံတယ်ဟုတ်တယ်ဟိုကြိုးစားလုံးနေရှုံးတာလက်ခံတယ်နေွားလဲမနေ့ကပွဲတွေမှာလေလူတိုင်းနေဘူးတယ် liquid လည်းနေဘူးတယ်အနိုင်ပိုင်းကနေပြီးခံပြီးတော့စောရဘူးတယ် aurora လည်းနေဘူးတယ်မနေ့က SRG ဆိုလဲအားလီမှာ aurora တောက်လျှောက်ဖိတာနော် no 8k 10k လောက်ထိပါပြတ်တဲ့ပမာဏအထိကိုဖိထားတာဒါပေမဲ့သူတို့ဘလို့စောရမလဲဆိုတော့သူတို့အချင်းချင်းလုံးဝနားလည်မှုရှိရယ်တောက်လျှောက်ပြန်ပြီးတော့ဟိုထိန်းသွားအဲ့ကနေပြီးကမ်ဘက်တွေပြန်ယူသွားတယ်မနေ့ကပွဲတွေ bus of fight အပြည့်တွေကြီးပဲသွားတာနော်အပြည့်ပထမတစ်ပွဲကအပြည့်ဒုတိယပွဲက၄တပွဲပဲရော့တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အကုန်လုံးဒီဟာကိုဟိုရမလဲ give up လုပ်လိုက်တဲ့ဟာမျိုးလုံးဝမတွေ့ရဘူးဘယ်တစ်သိမ်းမှငါတို့တစ်သိမ်းပဲပြောနေတာရဲ့သူကြတော့ epic run မှာ grandmaster အောင်ကြည့်ရောက်ဖူးလာတယ်နင်းမေရလေနင်တို့မရောက်ခင်ကလေးကငါ့ highest run 250เนาะ250နားလဲလားငါလက်ရှိ run အခု mythic မှာเนาะပြောနေတဲ့လူက epic မှာဆိုတော့နင်းမေက NVS season 1ကလေးကပွဲပြနေနင်တို့ဘာမှမသိတဲ့အချိန်ကလေးကပွဲပြနေရเนาะ Itoshi Rin ဆိုတဲ့မေဘေးရဲ့ခွေးမသားရဲ့လောင်နေရတဲ့ခြားထဲမှာเนาะငါ game ကောက်သွားကြည့်လိုက်เนาะဝင်ရဲတွေအကုန်လုံးနင်းအောင်ဖို့တက်လို့ရတယ်ဖေလူမရဲ့
A good foresight coming in from Team Spirit, understanding there's a high chance they're going to get the Jushin. So once they take the show away, they're like, yeah, what's up?
စောက်ထင်ကြီးလာပါရဲ့ဆိုရင် OBG player နဲ့အတူတူဟာ game ဆော့လာရဲ့ကောင်မကြီးရှင်းလား
Watching this game, CC used to be it will be used up against fighters or maybe tanky heroes. Maybe not Freya, actually. We had so much doubts with that. But unfortunately, we saw in the game that the CC did not have any kind of contribution in this game. And I'm not saying that it's because of Stitch and the way that he plays it. It's just that theoretically speaking, this hero third picked by Yamagalacticos does not achieve anything. If they have picked a hero, maybe a Granger actually, or a carry, might have did something better compared to something like a CC.
Well, gentlemen, and all the folks back.
Facebook Live တွေဝင်လိုက်ပြီးအဲ့မှာ Itoshi Rin ဆိုတဲ့ဖေမှာခွေးမသားကိုဘန်ပေးပါဦး
The very last chance for Yangon Galacticos to hold on to their M7 World Championship life. And looking at how strong a Team Spirit has been looking, is going to be very difficult for Yangon. If there's any kind of surprises that they have, if they want to make it so that they have no regrets, the next draft, it has to be spot on. It has to be perfect.
They got laid out on the table because Team Spirit right now, they are about to let the guillotine fall. They're going for the decapitation, right? They have to, because the faster they finish this game, the more time they can just chill out, watch the other games, and really start to prepare for the next match.
Yeah, because as far as I know, their next match is going to be tomorrow, and it's up against Alter Ego. Yep, remember, but the jump's not finished yet. YG, I think that they only have to start with the draft. Game number 1, they look promising when it comes to their first 3 picks. I think they really overreacted from that loss of game number 1 when they did try to go for game number 2 because they snatched the Leomord, they didn't mind the Claude nor Khalid, for example. They did not really manage the Jushin because if you're looking at the heroes of YG, there's no actual Jushin counter. In fact, YG lineup does not counter anything from TS. It even just allows Joy to be really good.
Question here for Gideon, because we did talk about you need to win the lanes, especially going up against Team Spirit. Do you feel like Yangon, with the fix that they have, there's really not much that they can do in any individual lanes?
Well, I definitely thought, that's why I was leaning right at the beginning of the draft. It's like, yeah, Ying, he's got technically the perfect matchup to actually win out his lane. But in terms of just raw impact, I think that Kid Bomba just played a little bit better, right? Freeze it underneath your turret, wait for that level 4, really minimize the trades overall until you are level 4, and then just play the team fight, because what's Ying gonna do? Fight into my Sunset Lover Jushin 2-1 and 15? Dear Lord.
Look at that, Stitch has 0% team fight participation, means that he was really not involved at all. And we did talk about this during the draft. The current call is such a big ult against Team Spirit's draft. But again, there was no opportunity, right? Hiko made sure that Stitch was a non-factor. And then everyone moving forward, Sunset Lover dealt with them. And Kid Bomba makes it so that you don't have a choice. Well, the moment I see you, I'm dragging you back to my team.
For sure, but I think that YG also understood that it's like, okay, the only time I want to use Curtain Call is if, for example, if One Shot wants to get out of a fight or if Sunset Lover is trying to peel, right? Because if he throws it at anybody else, I'm throwing it at Kid Bomba, I'm throwing it at Sawa, well, guess what? They're already diving our backline. It's not really going to do much.
Yeah, unfortunately for YG, it's from the minute number 1, from the laning stage alone, when we said that they have to win it, they're already handicapped because of their hero pickups. I thought that Phobius was just really a pick that they had no choice at all. It looked promising, but you can see that it didn't also create any opportunity for them. From minute 1 up until the end, it was just Team Spirit, man.
Now, here's the thing. I really feel like they tunnel vision just a little bit because they're thinking like, what's a good matchup against the Arlet? But then you forgot about the Jushin, right? Because I feel like if you put Jushin into the consideration, you're like, yeah, this is not a game where Phobius can really do anything. At that point, I'd rather pick up something like an Alice, something that can deal with the Arlet, but not punish so far against the Jushin. Now, with that being said, this has been quite an interesting situation. But right now, we do have to throw it over to Rose, talking with Justin Kant, coming in all the way from Myanmar to give us some insight on what's going on. So, Rose, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much to our panel. Hey guys, this is Rose, and right now I am with Justin from Myanmar. Now, for those of you guys who aren't aware, Justin is a former player of Mythic Seal and, of course, Falcon Esports, who competed here in Jakarta, Indonesia during the M4. How are you, Justin?
Hello, I'm fine.
You're fine? How do you feel like to be back in Jakarta to witness yet another M Series?
It's a bit exciting, and the crowd energy is crazy, especially with the intro teams.
Yeah, they're very passionate with regards to supporting their fellow countrymen on ground. Now, Justin, are you here in M7 to cheer for Yangon Galacticos?
Yeah, I'm here for cheering Yangon Galacticos, and especially I'm making content with Righty Gaming. You can also watch my content, Righty Gaming channel, and my social medias.
Wow, content creator Justin in the building. Now, Justin, let's talk a little bit about your relationship with Yangon Galacticos, because you mentioned that you're here to support them. Are you perhaps close with the team, with the players, especially since you yourself is a senior figure?
Yeah, we're friends and brothers. I know all the team members in YG. We used to play together also, so they are my brothers.
Well, they're your brothers. Maybe you could tell us more about them. Is there anything in particular that could be surprising for the community that we all don't know about?
Yeah, they are quite excellent players, and they also have the mentality like do or die situation. So just don't give up fighting, guys.
Yes, Justin. Now, speaking about a do or die mentality, this is a best of 5. However, we are currently at a match point for Team Spirit with a score of 2-0. As somebody who has played and as somebody who has been in this situation before, what do you think about their performance in Game 1 and Game 2?
I think they are a bit scary or miscommunication. I think in the game 3 they will bounce back. I hope they'll bounce back, and they need to give more energy, because this is maybe the last game. So just fighting, guys. Just reverse sweep, guys.
You think a reverse sweep is still very much possible?
I hope so.
You hope so. Is there anything you think they could improve on in the following games?
I think anything, just play the games, enjoy the games. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Justin, as we wrap up this interview, is there anything you want to say to Yangon Galacticos before they kickstart their potential last game of the series?
Yeah, good luck, guys. The whole community from Myanmar are supporting you guys, and including me. So just don't give up.
Thank you very much to Justin. And of course, good luck to Yangon Galacticos as we head into a potential last game for them. Going up against Team Spirit. Which team will be able to get game number 3? With that, let us show it back to the panel.
Thank you, Rosa. Hey, shout out Justin, man. Haven't seen him for quite a while. Honestly, one of my favorite mid laners of all time. I still remember the defense he had in base using that Faramis. Oh my goodness. His Valentinas, his Johnson.
Is it this?
Bro.
Is it the same stadium?
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
It was the same panel. Okay.
Yo, the kickbacks. Honestly, the nostalgia feels a little nice here. It's great to see that Justin is able to join us here on these historical arena. But now, as we heard from him, he was talking about his team. He was talking about, well, man, I couldn't tell if he said support or scolding, but either ways, they need more energy, more power, more energy.
Here's the thing. He said it's do or die.
So straightforward, simple, straight to the point. I think that's what they kind of need in their draft, to be honest.
You don't want to die.
You know,
they need more Red Bull.
Some people do, but not like this. You know, yeah, they need more Red Bull. They need more energy. And yeah, I kind of feel like just win the lanes. Speaking of, gonna need your help on this one. Wolf, let me introduce you to our good friend here, V. In fact, you know what? Can you help set this up?
Whoa, because V is here once again. Guys, meet V, a cheerful buddy at the heart of Visa's biggest cultural moments. And some may say maybe a little more, international.
Hallo, my name is V. Ik kom van Visa ter Marca, die Welt verwendet. Unden van servicelos mascot in figure. Mijn afgave is so schnelles, sich und intelligence. Besselen, Zeus or Maglichen. In Coffin, Resin order decline. Akkelsen, dis Alltags. Mit wie said, ihr immer verhuget. Also, last Germessen in practices governments Bargares losses. Leben bis bald.
It's okay, B. You don't have to be so nervous. You don't have to be so nervous. I know you're international, and I know that you have your deep German heritage.
You know what? Shout outs to that's for Kid Boba. You know, like V speaks in German. You know, that's for Kid Boba. You know, Kid Boba's having a good time. He was the MVP, right? So, hey, what say? Thanks very much, V. Yeah. He travels all around. Truly an idol.
Truly an MVP, as they say.
Yeah.
They do say that.
Say that in a little rough.
Speaking of, you know what they also say is that everyone wants a free skin. Now the question is, how do you guys get that free skin? Here's the thing. You guys just have to log in. That's it, right? Log in for 13 days between the 9th all the way to the 31st of January. And then voila. That's it. That's how you can get the Eden skin, the verdant night. You just got to log in. You don't even need to play. Just log in.
I don't know, LaFell. That verdant light, logging in seems really, really difficult. I wish that I could just punch in a bunch of numbers and get free merch.
You mean like just pay?
I mean that's one way of doing it. Hey, I mean that's why we got Visa, right?
I mean like, hey, different tax bracket, am I right?
Okay, game number 3 လေးကြည့်ကြရပါတော့။ကြည့်ရတာတို့ဒီဟာစောစောစီးပြီးသွားတယ်ဆိုရင်နောက်ထပ်လာမယ့် Onic ပွဲ Onic နဲ့ Liquid ပွဲက2နာရီခွဲမှပြန်ပြီးစမှာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်တို့လက်ရွှေ2ပိုင်းခွဲရမယ့်ပုံစံပါပဲ။ဂျိုင်းမှာတော်တော်လေးနားကျင်ရသွားမယ့်အခြေအနေလေးရှိပါတယ်။အခုက12ကျော်ဆိုတော့အကယ်၍မြန်ပေါ့လေအကယ်၍မြန်အစောဆုံးပြီးသွားမယ်ဆိုရင်12ခွဲဝင်းကျင်လောက်12ခွဲ12:45လောက်ပြီးသွားလိမ့်မယ်12:45ဆိုရင်1နာရီ45 2နာရီ45ဆို2နာရီနီးလောက်ထပ်ပြီးတော့ဒါ Onic နဲ့ Liquid ပွဲဆောင်းရပါမယ် Onic Liquid ပွဲကတော့တို့တွေကြည့်ကောင်းမယ်လို့တော့ယူဆတယ်အဲ့တော့ Liquid က Golden Road နဲ့တဖြည်းဖြည်းချင်းအနောက်ကိုစုပ်သွားတယ်လို့ feeling မျိုးလေးရရပါတော့အဲ့တော့ဖြစ်နိုင်ရင်ဒီအခုလက်ရှိပွဲစဉ်မှာလက်ရှိပွဲအကြောင်းကိုထပ်ပြီးတော့ဒါအများကြီးမပြောတော့ဘဲနဲ့နောက်လာမယ့်ပွဲလေးအကြောင်းကို discussion လုပ်ကြပါပေါ့အဲ့ဒါကိုအကုန်လုံးနည်းနည်းလေးပို့ပြီးတော့စိတ်သက်သာရမယ်လို့ထင်ပါတယ် fan match ပေါ်တယ်ကိုရဲသွေးချစ်ဒီနေ့တော့ fan match မလုပ်ပေးနိုင်ဘူးဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့တို့မနေ့ကအချိန်လောက်ထိသွားကြမှာသိလားဒီနေ့က2ပွဲပဲလို့ထင်တာမဟုတ်ဘူးဖြစ်နေတယ်သူတို့3ပွဲထည့်ထားတာဒီနေ့နောက်ဆုံးပွဲက SRG နဲ့ Aurora PH ပွဲပါ upper bracket ပွဲနောက်ဆုံးပွဲက grand final ကိုဘယ်အသင်းကအရင်တက်ရမလဲဆိုတော့တီးခွင့်ရမယ်ပွဲဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်အဲ့ပွဲကိုလည်းလက်လွတ်လို့မရပြန်ဘူး liquid နဲ့ Onic ပွဲကြတော့လည်းလက်တကယ်ကြီးလက်လွတ်လို့မရပြန်ဘူးဒီမနက်ပိုင်းကြတော့လည်းမြန်မာပွဲပါနေရဆိုတော့လည်းလွတ်လို့မရပြန်ဘူးအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်တောက်လျှောက်တက်လာဆိုတော့ဒီနေ့ရဲ့ total string hour က8နာရီကျော်ပါတယ်ဘယ်လိုနည်းနဲ့မဆို8နာရီကျော်ပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့် Golden Road လေးရစေချင်လို့ဟုတ်တယ်ငါတို့လည်းအဲ့လိုမျိုး liquid ကိုအားပေးနေဆိုတာဟို Golden Road ဖြစ်သွားတာလေးကို first ပထမဆုံးအသင်းအနေနဲ့မြင်ဘူးကြလို့ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီနှစ်မှာ9သိန်းလောက်ဆောင်ရန်ကောင်းနေတယ်9သိန်းလောက်ဆောင်ရန်ကောင်းနေတယ်ဒီ vice versa တွေလည်းဖြစ်နေတယ် SRG ကလည်းလုံးဝအခုလက်ရှိမှာ on fire ဖြစ်နေတဲ့ condition ဆိုဒါပေမဲ့ liquid ကသာ SRG ပွဲကိုကြည့်နေခဲ့မယ်ဟေးဆိုရင်မနေ့က Aurora ဖြည့်ရှင်းသွားတဲ့ play style တွေကတော်တော်ကောင်းတယ်အဓိက mid lane ကိုအားလေးမှာအလုံးလုံးလို့မရအောင်သူတို့ block တယ် mid lane ကိုလွတ်ကြည့်ရော tension တော့တာပဲအဲ့တော့ဟိုအားနေချက်ကိုတွေ့သွားပြီလို့တော့ထင်ပါတယ်ဂျိုင်းမှာbest of fight တွေကြီးပါပဲဒီနေ့အကုန်လုံးက best of fight တွေကြီးပဲမို့လို့ပါ public နဲ့ restaurant လောက်စိတ်ဒုက္ခမရဘူးတဲ့ဟုတ်တယ်နှစ်ခွဲဆိုတော့ဒီပွဲကစောစီးပြီးရဆိုရင်တော့တို့ဂျိုင်းမှာခဏလောက်တစ်ဖြတ်နာရမယ်နော်ဂျိုင်းမှာခဏတစ်ဖြတ်နာရမယ်မင်္ဂလာပါကိုအောင်ဖြူဦးရေမနေ့ကဆူတောင်းနေမပြေတော့ဘူးလားမသိဘူးတဲ့Justin အောင်ပြုံးနေနိုင်တယ်ငါတို့မမဲတင်ပါရဲ့တာကြီးရဲ့ကင်မရာချိန်လိုက်ရင်တော့အကုန်လုံးကပြုံးပြီးတော့ပြန်ကြည့်ရတာကြီးပဲနော် fan prediction 77% နဲ့ 23% ပါတဲ့ဖြူကောင်လေးနဲ့အရေးပွဲ prediction လေးတဲ့ဖြူကောင်လေးနဲ့အရေးပွဲတို့ကတော့အရေးဘက်မှာရှိရယ်ဖြူကောင်နေဘက်မှာတော့မထိုင်ချင်ဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ဖြူကောင်နေလဲတပွဲလောက်တော့ပြန်နိုင်မလားတော့ကြည့်ရမှာပေါ့လေ liquid ကတော့ဟို liquid ကတော့ Onic ကိုပါရှုံးနေဆိုရင်တော့အဲ့ဒါကသိရမှာ they don't deserve the golden road ပေါ့နော်ဒီဟာကိုတော့ compete ဖြစ်အောင်တော့မလုံးနိုင်ခဲ့ဘူးလို့ပဲမြင်ရမှာပဲအဲ့လိုမျိုး Justin အတန်တုံလို့ရင်လည်းပြောနေတာပြန်ကြည့်ပါပြန်ကြည့်စမို့ခုနကမြင်ပါတယ်တော်တော်ကြီးသူလည်းဟိုတော်တော်ကြီးစိတ်ကိုထိန်းထားရတဲ့ပုံပါပဲ Okay ဆဲပါဘူးမဆဲပါဘူးဆဲတော့ပါဘူးအေးဒီပွဲဆိုတော့တို့တွေကဒီဘက်က background caster တန်းနဲ့ပဲဆက်သွားလိုက်မယ်နော်ဘာလို့ဆိုတော့ဂျားမှာဒီပွဲကိုပွဲ cast နိုင်ဖို့အတွက်စကားပြောနိုင်မပြောနိုင်ဆိုတာမတိကျလို့ပါရှင်ပြီးသွားပြီလားဆိုတော့အခုလာမှာ game 3ပါရှင်ကန်ဘက်ပြန်လာမယ်3ပါးဆက်စထိုင်းနိုင်ပါတဲ့စိတ်တက်လေးရောလူတာပေါ့နော်စိတ်တက်လေးရောလူတာပေါ့ခုနလော AC ပြုံးနေကြတာဆိုတော့ပြုံးနေရဆိုတိုင်းအဆင်ပြေမယ်လို့ထင်တတ်မှတ်လို့ရရင်တော့တိတ်ကောင်းမှာပေါ့လေနော် map over I don't know တပွဲလောက်ပြန်နိုင်နေဆိုတော့ map over ပြီပေါ့နော်နော်
It's the last pick that you can actually that your opponent is going in by. But if you think about it, red side has to pick 4 heroes first. So that kind of means that you kind of have you kind of know already what your opponent is doing. That's the dilemma between the blue and red side. But I feel like right now in the metagame that we have, blue side is even more flexible compared to the red side.
I totally agree with you on that one, especially when we look at red side, like in previous iterations of the meta, truly that last pick was a game changer most of the time. Now it feels like we've kind of streamlined what major compositions want to do.
Yeah, so let me remind you guys on what happened in game number 1 where Yango Galacticos was first pick. They banned out the Cho, Yisunshin, as well as Claude, right? And then the opening I feel like was pretty solid with the Sora, Farsa, and Hilda. But because of the last pick coming in from Team Spirit, getting that Valentina really ruined the draft for them. So I kind of feel like 2 and 3 is very important, but you also have to realize there's a chance that Team Spirit can counter your entire draft by the final pick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going into Broken Walls again, same as game number 1. In Yangon Galacticos, they opt for second pick here, but there are some changes. Looks like Coach Marvs is banning out the Kalia as well as the Freya. The question is, does Team Spirit wants to first pick that claw even if it's open?
Yeah, I think that I don't considering what has happened in game 1 and 2, there were a couple of opportunities where they could have thought about it. Like, we could have set up for a first pick Claude, but they didn't. They opted to say, you know what? Eco's feeling real good on these fighters. He's proven his worth. I think now this opens up so much in the draft to the point where, oh, the Eves, man, they got to get rid of this shit now.
Yeah, or just be open to counter and say, like, fine, you get the, your Shin will take the claw because Freya's out.
Yep. But that is a very dangerous
situation. Very dangerous, yes.
You would, especially because you're about to get eliminated, you want to go for safer picks here. So okay, the Claude is open. Freya is
banned.
Is not, but Leomord is open right now. I think between all of the heroes that we mentioned, the Claude is the Croc.
I think they just take Sora, right? They take Sora, they hold on. If YG happens to show the Valentina super early on, immediately look for the punish in the roam.
Yeah. I feel like Claude is the best, but yeah, you're right. Sora might be the safest option. Claude might be a really good option. Like, it actually opens up the draft so much. But the Sora, it allows you to have that flexibility of having an XP laner and a gold laner. But Leomord instead is going to be the pick.
Wait. What is a good pairing with Claude here? What if they take like Grok Claude or Sora? Sora Claude, Sora Grok.
I feel like Sora is a necessary pick now.
Oh yeah, Team Spirit could just pick up the Valen. Yeah, correct.
I would really want to go for Claude here.
Claude, I think Claude
Farsa?
Claude. Congratulations,
actually, either or is fine, right? Farsa, Grok.
Cho was open.
All of it is worth it. Displacement is always good. Being able to block off angles from your opponents is always good. I'm just more surprised that we're not seeing as much Grok as we saw in the early stages of the tournament now.
I agree.
Actually, here's the thing. I kind of feel like YG, if they had the option, they might go for the Granger.
Not a bad idea.
Grok Sora could be the option here for Team Spirit, though, because YG passed up on that. The Grok and the Sora will be really good for them.
You don't want to pick up something like a Lunox before the mid really gets shrunk down.
just
Or is that too risky here?
it doesn't have anything to Lunox yet.
Nah.
If you get my
Yeah,
meaning.
yeah, yeah.
看色嚟擺色嚟嗱。
So
It's
yeah.
not Lunoxing
佢呢
enough.
No, no,
佢呢
not
一
singing
幫我
enough.
哋傻下度。
Yeah.
有
I
沒
think,
有
I think you're better off getting off the Sora.
Okay, valid.
What? Are they trying to make a hard read on this? They could just
Yes.
opt to not like play Sora.
I feel like they could get Granger or Claude, and then it's going to be really good here.
Yeah.
A Granger, and then along the way you get up your utility junglers.
Yep.
Now you get Fredrin, get your Bakshi is banned out, maybe an Akai along the way, or a Guinevere.
Yeah, back in the Myanmar League, they actually have a 100% win rate on the Guinevere. But again, here in the M7,
ဟမ်ဘာလို့ grow မယူရလဲ grow မကင်တတ်လို့လား faster grow လေးဆိုဘယ်လောက်ကောင်းလိုက်မလဲဟဲဘာလို့ grow မယူရလဲကင်ရတာကင်တော့လွတ်ပေးလိုက်ပြီ
what you call it, big punishments coming in from Team Spirit. It could just be a comfort thing.
I think it's a comfort thing, but it also compromises the damage profile of the composition, right? Because now that you add Gwyn, then it's just Radiant Armors. What are you going to do about it for the next 5 minutes?
Yep.
That's actually scary, but it still fits the bill. I mean, it's not Granger, but it's always been Granger versus Harith for the longest time in the metagame that we have, so kind of makes a lot of sense. Kind of makes sense in that regard. However, we have not seen any good Hariths played lately. I think it's only been successful once or yesterday out of all the Harith pickups.
I mean, Doming was doing a pretty decent job overall. Well, that one game.
Yeah. I mean, like, we haven't seen her in general, right? Because the story of M7 so far is still fighters, unless it is a very good claw game. And now, even the Guinevere is being answered here. So, unless Young Galacticos is hiding something spicy here, I'm not entirely sure what their jungler is going to be. But if Nolan is open, I think even Nolan is going to be difficult. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what their jungler is.
ဘန်ထားတာဘန်ထားတာပါ
Hayabusa
should be safe.
There's honestly nothing safe in the jungle at this point, right? You're just playing with fire. You could go for Fredrin. I don't think Fredrin's the worst idea considering that you already have like.
It's good. I just don't know if they will let it go. You know.
I think we'll be back.
I feel if I'm Team Spirit, if I'm not banning, something's wrong.
Wait, let me just double check. Okay, the box is still banned out as well.
Yeah, it will be banned out, I believe. Maybe Harley. Maybe they'll be left with Art. I think you don't ban Harley anymore because that will mean that Yangon Galacticos will have only magic damage dealers. So you're not scared. You're not even scared of the Joy. You're just worried about Hayabusa or the Fredrin, which in this case I think it will be the Fredrin pickup.
Imagine if they don't ban it. Actually, no. Imagine if they don't ban it and it's not even picked up.
Uranus. Oh man, I think for YG to get out of this, you have to go Fredrin Arlen.
I do agree.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
I agree.
Because if not, you're giving that over to TS, and their comp is real nasty with it.
So come on, Yangon.
Come on.
Fredrin is an energetic hero. It's in one of the skill names.
I wish Team Spirit
Actually,
would
might
go.
not, but who knows?
Actually, Team Spirit, I wish they will go for CC and slash or glue. Because CC works well against the Harith. If this obviously this is the gold Harith, gold CC could work in that way, and so it can also allow your Leopard to really pop off. And then the glue just messes up everything that YG wants to go for. Decent Shin, might be.
I think it's okay, but if they lose out early, it's going to be very difficult for them to distribute farm.
Come on.
Phoebus is open for Kid Bomba.
But then it might get counterpicked later down the line.
Yeah, with something like a high
ကလူးကြံသေးရနော်
Hylos, Alice.
Yeah, I personally believe that if there was a game to Eagle, this is a really good chance to do exactly that, right? You have a composition that already has a decent amount of CC.
Lapu?
Just need dive, yeah. Lapu, Yuzong, Arlet, so many good options here.
Yuzong will be so good for Team Spirit. My first choice.
ကောင်းကြံသေးရ
Lapu and Sora. Oh man, that's the death sentence. How do you solve this, YG? You can't go Arlet.
How do you survive against a Sora? I don't even know.
You just need space. You just need space into layers, right? At this point, what can you go for?
The sandbag that can stun.
Ruby. It's Rizla, Ruby, but Alice, another one. Oh no, but they dive so hard though.
They need high HP heroes, not sustain heroes, right? Because they're already very squishy.
Yep.
Of their heroes, they really need. I think that might be the only option. Maybe Glue.
Yeah. Honestly, if only the Uranus or Esme is on, they pick up the Alice. And here's the thing, Alice in general is a good pick, but it's just that she could whiff hard here because when she tries to get a target, everyone dashes forward. It's like, wait,
yeah,
no one's home?
Yes, it's a full dive composition. I was hoping that they would go for something along the lines of, like you mentioned, Wolf, like glue. Don't give like to Rizla, and then you give the ult over to Valentina.
And the Throne of Ruin is also good ult to give.
It's all good. No matter what, these ults can feathered airstrike, which is why we're leaning more towards TS, despite the counter index.
Watch out for tech charge into the Throne of Ruin.
Oh, dude. Well, we're gonna see here because Valentina is so good, which is also the grandmother of Lucian and Amon. Yeah, you learn something new every day. So now we're gonna be throwing it over to Trex and Gani, potentially the final game between Team Spirit against Yangon Galacticos.
Thank you, boys. It's match point for Team Spirit.
Sorry ပါဒီပွဲလေးကတော့နောက်က English caster တဲ့နဲ့တူပဲဒီတိုင်းလေးကြည့်ကြည့်လိုက်ပါမယ်เนาะအဲဆိုနားလည်ပြပါရှင်ဒီတပွဲလေးပါပဲ
We're talking about the draft. Any big thoughts from you to pull away from this?
You know what? Hoping the best for YG, but I like it better, at least their approach here. But then again, Spirits' draft, man, it's looking very scary.
Once again, it is aggressive. You have the Grok, something that can make huge plays happen. But YG wants to already play the aggressive route, and this might be exactly what they need.
Yep, Sao here still holding on. Oh! Forward from his flicker. That's going to be first blood, though, for Ying. Yangon Galacticos getting hot early.
So we're seeing traces of what YG brought in game one, and that's the pace they need to do, right? If they can get ahead in the early game, you can set Han up for a nice pace as well. Lina already making early ganks to the top side along with Han.
Oh, Hiko forced to use that flicker. That's again already a value trade for YG. And Spirit now, slowly but surely here, just losing control.
Yeah, Team Spirit though also looking for those plays. Look at them in this bottom jungle. The way Kid Bomba tried to curve around and catch Blink there. And this is where Yangon has to be careful, right? They can play aggressive, but don't let them play that's where they made the mistakes in the past. Blink would go too far, Ying would go too far, someone would get cut off, and the game quickly turns around. They have a lead here. Play it correctly.
So far, so good. Just a kill apart from that here, and you can see your Spirit already trying to find initiative on this first neutral objective. YG a little bit late to that party.
Level 4 does land in for Kid Bomba though, and Sunset Lover, and they make something count here. One shot gets a free turtle, and I think that's a fair free turtle, honestly. Han doesn't want to jump into one shot right now. Yangon had a gold lead, so they don't actually fall behind by losing that turtle. It just kind of evens the pacing, and I think it's the right move.
Yeah, it's just discipline. Again, a Blink is not level 4, so can't expect crazy movements from this show for now. But, you know, after getting that 4, I think it's going to be very important for Blink to be more proactive, to find the right timings and targets. You can see here just Blink screening one shot, providing information on the whereabouts of this Leomord. So these side laners can have a good time in jungling, or farming, rather.
Nothing too crazy in terms of items. I will say Kid Bomba did skip boots. Not something too common for EXP laners most of the time. Nico goes for boots. Stitch skips them, or no, Stitch picks them up secondary as well. No full items built in just yet. Things still calm, and this is very different than what we saw from YG in the past few games. They would try to force fights. They would try to force turtles. This is kind of what I wanted to see from them, especially in game 2. So as long as they can keep this pace, it looks good for them. But Team Spirit, at what point are they going to push the envelope? They do have the dive composition. They have a composition that wants to try to push heavily in. You get tech charges up, bring out the Phantom Steed. Hiko looks for quick rotations, and he hasn't really been able to get involved in these fights just yet. Once he does, is that going to be the moment that Team Spirit kind of takes the game into their hands?
Yeah, if you look at their composition, indeed, if it's a raw 5v5, that's Team Spirit. They are looking the better. They have the better composition for that big 5v5. Let's see though, will that happen here? Oh, that's a flicker. Again, Wave Dragon on towards the Roamer. Tech charge popped, but Sao goes down regardless. That's going to be a 5v4 for that turtle fight.
And a beautiful play for the turtle fight at that. YG now moving on to Kid Bomba here. He's going to try to dash through.
Below 50% HP for that turtle. Blink looking for an angle. They know Wave Dragon. That's going to be one shot taking the turtle. Wings by Lina to reposition. Ying will not force a fight just yet. YG playing it patiently.
Yeah, very patient, and that's exactly what they need to do. For a second there, I'm like, don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't go too deep. And they were able to back off. Kid Bomba, though, in a bad spot.
Oh, Wave Dragon finds the mark. Kid Bomba goes down. So far, so good for Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah, they're getting pickoffs. I mean, it's 3-0 right now. They find a member here, they find a member there. They make up for the turtles that they're not able to secure. No towers down just yet. Now, earlier, you said that Team Spirit had a nice 5-man composition. I will say one thing in favor for Yangon, though, is they have a composition that doesn't stay too grouped together. Everyone can they can play very spaced out, and that means Sawo won't have these big grouped up targets to get the combos off on. Same thing with Kid Bomba. As long as Yangon can kind of make sure they never get too grouped up in a solid 5-man ball, they should be able to handle it. So that's exactly what they're doing. Sabo forced to use a tech charge just to get away. First tower goes down in the game. Yangon Galacticos able to secure it, and that's going to give Ying an advantage in these rotations, something that Kid Bomba has always had before.
And also, I want to add, right, I feel like YG, they understand they're good at pickoffs as well. That's why they're just keeping things at bay here, finding important pickoffs, finding something on the board. Uh-oh, that's gonna be Blink though, getting jumped on. Still able to find that Wave Dragon just to buy time. Flicker in time, but one shot finds space to take Blink down. That's the first kill on the board for Spirit.
Okay, so he does get caught off there, but still overall in the general scheme of things, Blink has been playing better. They've been able to get these kicks. I wouldn't call it just yet, but Team Spirit knows they get one. They're looking for another.
Ying will fall just before the turtle spawns. So that's going to be a free turtle for Spirit. And Stitch, they're eyeing on Stitch now. That's a stun landing. Purify pops a little bit too late. The dive is there. Down goes Stitch. And Team Spirit finally finding their rhythm here.
Man, the moment we got past the 6-minute mark here, Team Spirit knows, okay, this is our time to shine. We've got some items in. War Axis over to Kid Bomba. War Axis over to One Shot. Winter Truncheon in the hands of Sunset Lover. Once they all got that first item in, they knew, okay, we have a power advantage here. We can make dives happen. We can make pickoffs happen. Once they smelt a little bit of blood by taking out Blink, it was onto the top lane, onto the next one. But Yangon Galacticos is still doing a good job at bottom lane map control, getting some push, relieving pressure. Now that they've fallen behind, they need to know, okay, this isn't our time. We hold out for a few more minutes. Once second item gets locked in for Lina, they'll have a lot more opportunity coming up on the first floor.
Oh. Again, yeah, YG just needs to hold their tempo, like you said, their tracks. An item check here, it's not too far between the junglers, not too far between all there. So we can see here just Spirit trying to gain more control, gain more ground. I think that last turtle fight was just a turnaround. And it seems like they are trying to find more rhythm. Bottom side, though, they got to clear that. And Yangon, do they have enough like spike here to find something?
I mean, luckily, the 1.5k gold lead from after looking at those items, it was pretty spread out. It was only about 200 gold between each player, which is a good thing in the general scheme of things. It's not like it's 800 gold into the hands of One Shot or Kid Bomba or Sunset or even Hiko at that. It's not a full item into the hands of one person, which means Yangon really isn't that far behind. It's a piece of an item to each member. So Yangon, in my eyes, still can look for a fight. They can try to contest this Lord. It's not out of bounds for them at all.
Definitely not. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is for match point and Spirit. They're 1,000 gold ahead here in potentially the last game of the series. The Lord is up, Hiko. Okay, so all 5 of Spirit is already shown on the map here. YG should have an idea. Oh my goodness! The combination there in the mid lane will drop Lina down. It's a 5v4 now as Spirit. They will move onwards. Han pops Mount Shocker. Oh, but take a look at Kid Bomba just zoning away. Now one shot stuck. No retribution for YG. That's a free Lord Yingo will escape.
Blink on the run as well. The one shot doesn't want to let him go. Takes him out. Team Spirit. They find the target, they lock on, they take out Lina, and at that point, Young Guns Galacticos with their spread out formation, Team Spirit took advantage of it. Kid Bomba keeps on at bay, never having the chance to even get close to the Lord.
Wow, you saw the tempo there. YG was trying to find an angle, but I feel like Han was all alone, struggling to find an angle. And Spirit again, they want to fight. Shaman Forge pops, Kid Bomba, Ging trying to find the clear, gets it, but Kid Bomba with a immune, still able to hold on. Feather airstrike lands! Sao finds a two-man stun, but that's a big Throne of Ruin. The damage is there. Take a look at Sao, will not be able to escape. That's one member taken down. Yangon will deal with the Lord.
Okay, so they get a member, they're able to defend, and they don't lose the tier 3 on the mid, which is huge for Yangon Galacticos. Team Spirit, though, in that last Lord fight, Kid Bomba, man, he is just stepping up his game so much. These are the highs that we normally see from him, but he's finally doing them consistently. He is just on Han from game 1 to now. Han has never even had a chance to step foot into these Lord pits. He's never even had a chance to try to be a part of the major fights that matter. And yes, Kid Bomba might make a mistake. He might have died last time, but when it matters, he is on fire.
Bomba again looking for an opening. Pops the bravest spider. Will retreat, will reposition. Blink opens up the bush. And spots 3 there, backing away again. Both teams here, especially here for Ying, I think if they want to fight, they gotta wait for that flicker. Item check, almost Holy Crystal for Stitch, so they definitely have chances.
This is a dangerous spot for Stitch and Lina to be sitting. We just saw what happened last game. Both of them right next to each other. I think these are two players that shouldn't be so close because Sawo's waiting for that moment. Yes, it's also hard to be split up because Kid Bomba and Hiko are also looking for targets, but they got to be careful about who's with who overall on the map. Team Spirit looking for this tier 3. Like they got something to prove, man. It is finally going to go down. It's going to open up the map for Team Spirit. Yangon Galacticos trying to deal with his bottom lane. It's been slowly pushing essentially since the last Lord. And YG's just been having trouble dealing with it.
Yeah, I can see your Spirit just strangling Yangon Galacticos. And it's Yangon Galacticos cannot do much, right? Because if they want to fight big 5v5, they don't have the composition for it. And Spirit says like, okay, until there's a, we have an idea if it's a 4v4 or 5v5, we will not pull the trigger. They're taking their tempo down. They're controlling their tempo, which I really like. And you can see that quality from Spirit all 3 games.
So how does Yangon deal with this at this point? In the beginning, they were able to get pickoffs, right? It's getting much harder to do that. Blink's not really able to find them. Team Spirit's a bit more grouped up. Yangon Galacticos might just need to let Team Spirit come to them a bit.
Let's see. That's going to be a Way of Dragon. Feather Airstrike committed. Kid Bomba. But that's going to be the Lord taken by one shot. King terrified. And that's going to be Ying going down. Ladies and gentlemen, Stitch comes to the party. So it's a 1-for-1. But Spirit, they got the Lord.
Yeah, it's a roamer for a Lord. Plus you get Ying in the exchange. It's a big win for Team Spirit. 5,000 gold lead pushing in once more. Yangon Galacticos has to back off. Blink, maybe a little too deep, per usual. With a Lord coming, your best bet is let's just defend the inhibitors.
Seems like they will. Uh-oh, that's a stun. Blink still holding on to his flicker, so no crazy plays as they wait to defend that top lane.
All right. Spirit does a great job at syncing up these lanes. Bot lane is a little bit off. Han able to go down and push it out. This is going to mean that Team Spirit has top and mid with a hard push. Team Spirit not committing fully to the Lord just yet. They want to go for mid.
YSS shows. Let's see here. Spirit, will they pull the trigger to force a fight? But that's going to be the recall. So Let's see. Stitch in the back. That's a stun by the Mount Shocker. Blinks. Looks for an opening. Lord taken care of. A Spirit holding on here with the siege.
YG able to defend very well. Stitch jumps out. Blink as well. Are they going to try to look for a play? Don't know if it's what they should do. Keep it safe. Back off. Let Team Spirit come to you. You have the feathered airstrike. You have the way of the dragon that doesn't always have to be used extremely aggressively. You can wait for Kid Bomba to come in and then get the pickup. And here he goes.
Warrior Dragon under the turret. Take a look at Sao in the back. Oh, big knockup. But Hiko under the turret will fall. That's going to be Ying again, trying to provide bodies. 2 members of Spirit taken off the board. And YG, they want to fight now. Will they be able to close the gap? Down goes Kimbamba. And YG will fight more.
In a matter of seconds, YG find a moment. Blink finally gets to show off something great. Gets the kick on to Kid Bomba, and once he falls, Team Spirit falls behind him.
SRG ဆော့သွားတော့ရီဆန်ရှင်းပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုထိန်းပြီးတော့ဆော့သွားဆိုတော့ရသေးတယ်။မဲကမကြိုးသေးဘူး။ရသေးတယ်။
With these 3 kills, let's take a look at the replay real quick. It all starts with the big kick onto Kid Bomba. Sawo misses in that push, unable to get a big tech charge on anyone. At that point, YG comes out, and all it takes is one mistake for YG to finally find a moment where hey, we can do this. They have no ults left. They have nothing big to use against us. Han has enough items where he can output the damage, and YG now, the map is looking a little red again. It's only a 1.3k gold lead. I'd love to see the items on where Han is at this point, along with Stitch, because him as well, he's doing a decent amount of damage. Is this the turnaround for YG?
I think that moment was very crucial, and if let's say Spirit overextends, gets a little bit overzealous again with their initiations, definitely YG can turn this around. Sao now, the all-in from YG is enough to take Rock down! Ying in the back, finds a 3-man Thorn of Ruin, and that's gonna be Kid Bomba trying to create a perimeter, but will it be enough? Stitch goes down, Lina goes down, and YG, they almost find their rhythm, but 2 main damage dealers are out.
Hiko was luckily able to take out Lina off cam there, which is a huge play at this point. Without Stitch, without Lina, Yangon Galacticos are not going to be able to fight for this one shot. It's 5 seconds till he has his retreat. Watch for Ying here. Doesn't have the Ruin. Not going to be able to make a huge play. Kid Bomba smells him out.
Wow, good awareness. Free Lord for Spirit. Let's see if YG this time around can pull off a great defense yet again.
I think they can. I think at this point, Gangan Galacticos definitely can defend, but that's as long as they don't make any big mistakes. We're not looking at something like a 16k goal in the hands of Team Spirit. Team Spirit can't force this open, and it goes both ways. If Team Spirit makes another big mistake, if Sawo misses a huge tech charge like he did last time after Kid Bomba gets kicked, then yeah, it's bad news bears for Team Spirit. Yangon Galacticos once again on the defense.
Waiting to pull the trigger. Feather airstrike popped. One shot popped the Steed. Top lane will be destroyed by the Lord. YG holding on 2 remaining base turrets. They will take care of the Lord now, and it feels like the mid is open.
I love the testing from both teams right now. Sticking a foot in the water, pulling it out, seeing who's going to bite the bait first.
Yeah, both teams just hovering around, waiting for someone to be slightly extended, to slightly misposition himself. And seems like 1 base turret taken down, it's worth it.
Oh, another kick on Sawo, always the target.
Tech charge defensively as well. 2 roamers not having the ults. Feather airstrike.
အတန်နေအောင်ပြောက်သွား။အတန်နေအောင်ပြောက်သွား။စိုးပါဘူး။မစိုးပါဘူး။ဒါလောက်ခံစောနိုင်တာကိုပဲတော်တော်ကျေးဇူးတင်နေပါလေ။နော်။ခုနလိုမျိုးကမ်ဘတ်တစ်ပေါက်လေးပြန်ပြပြီးသွားတယ်လေ။စင်ပြေပါတယ်။ငါကွန်ပျူတာပြောက်သွားလား။ဟမ်။မပြောပါဘူး။
Just 4 members standing, Stitch. Counter force bombs. Oh my goodness! Han connects the shot. Down goes Kid Bump.
Cloud's able to make some big plays happen. He comes in, gets the kill onto Ying. But luckily enough, Yangon Galacticos the damage is really online for him at this point. He's max items out, creeping closer to 20 minutes. It's essentially a tie game at this point. Both teams, all of their damage dealers are fully locked and loaded. The only person lacking right now, honestly, is Lena. Just got the Holy Crystal and still looking for one more item to finish the build. But either way you look at it, there's enough damage and sustain on both sides to fight for this next Lord. The problem with it is the bad news for Galacticos, the Lord does pop up on bottom side and top lane is exposed. So they need to find a way to deal with that lane pushing in on them and also fight the Lord.
Seems like Stitch will pull the trigger, challenge Forge pops just to, find some information, perhaps trigger a spell or two. But yeah, you're right? With the far lane, top Lord spawning bottom, feels like Spirit can play around this Lord, dance more to their... it's going to be 1v1. Jungler versus Jungler, one shot, and Han will not commit that, but that will beat Spirit again, popping the Phantom Steed.
Yeah, both use their Retribution as well. No conceal play for the side of Yangon. It's going to be a slow Lord game here at this point. And like I said, position is going to be key. Team Spirit with a slow push up top. Blink though.
The burst, not enough though. He has immortality and jumps in. That's gonna be one shot. Gun down. Blink finds it. That's gonna be a 5v4 without the jungle. Take a look at Hiko in the back, providing damage on towards Han, causing this threat. And down goes the junglers. It's a 4v4 without junglers, and YG will reposition.
Hiko says, I never needed a jungler anyways. I'll do this myself. I'll carry the team on my shoulders. Who needed a retribution when you've got damage like that? Hiko continues to jump onto the backside and find a target, and Han was the perfect one. It's blow for blow right now, trade for trade. Earlier it was EXP for EXP. This time it's jungler for jungler. Nobody seems to be able to get a free material here.
Yeah, Ying here, keep in mind, still has the flicker. That's a stun though still. The damage is still there from the side of Spirit. He jumps back in. Uh-oh, take a look at the flanks with the conceal. Finds Sunset Lover! An important initiation by Blink and friends. He goes down for a minute.
50-second death counter, that's huge. Yangon Galacticos could try to force this. Keep our eyes on Hiko here. If there's gonna be a game changer, I feel like it's gonna be him in this upcoming Lord fight. One shot, keeping his distance, waiting for the moment to maybe go in for the steal. Sawo as well.
50% HP is the Lord's health. That's a great cancellation there by Sawo to reset the Lord by time for Spirit. And let's see, with Sunset Lovebird not available, I'm expecting YG to force a fight, but seems like Spirit, they're hiding their whereabouts.
Yeah, because the problem is even with Yangon getting that pick off on a Sunset Lover, it's still a 4v4 because they have to send Yang to the top side. And even him, I was watching on the minute, he's taking it slow.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, Bomba here, being the recipient of a couple of damage, but take a look at the Lord's health. It's not resetted. Let's see, it's gonna be one shot again, taking the Lord. Hiko! And Han going at it again with the immortality pop. Hiko said, good night. And YG, they failed to get the Lord Spirit. They will have a chance to go and advance to the next phase. Let's see the defense from YG.
Lord gets shredded down and Han takes a stroll around the wall. It was there. I felt like that was their Lord. I felt like that was their opportunity.
This is it.
In game time, in crunch time, they fall short. Or better yet, Team Spirit falls stronger. Team Spirit keeps the composure and match point, and Yangon Galacticos once again on the defense.
This might be the push here that eliminates YG. They're taking their time knowing that Sawo is not up and available. They will take the turrets though. YG still holding on here, it seems like. the Lord will be taken care of, but they will lose their mid and perhaps their bottom side base circuit. Bamba taking a lot of damage there, courtesy of Lina, but still able to get out.
All right, one more chance, one more shot for Yangon Galacticos. If they lose this next Lord, it's GG's, I think, at that point. It's a wrap. Unless, of course, it's some crazy Lord steal and they wipe out the other 5 members. But at this point, if a full 5-man plus Lords comes rushing at them, I don't think Yangon Galacticos can defend. We're almost 25 minutes in the game. This is the best we've seen Yangon play thus far in this series. But they got to be able to push just a little bit farther. This is the difference between boys and men at this point. You got to be able to give it that 110%. You can't make any mistakes because Team Spirit has been playing amazing. And the couple times that Team Spirit did mess up, it was Sawo missing the tech charge or Kid Bomba getting cut off. Who's going to make the first mistake here in this possibly final game?
Well, let's see if Spirit can force their opponents to misposition, because with 2 base turrets down, Trex, I think it's about time, you know? Again, the Lord will spawn in the bottom side, unfortunately, for YG, so they can play around the minions. Hence, 2 members or 2 players already sent to clear it fastly, swiftly. And now with the Lord here in the bottom side, what will YG do? Will they fight or will they hold on?
They're going to fight. They're going to try to win. That's what they're going to do. Can they do it, though, is the real question. Kid Bomba is at top level, shows himself. I feel like at this point, Yangon, this is their only opportunity to maybe try to force something here. Blink goes on a Sawo once again. Han has to deal with bottom lane. Oh. Now, once again, it's a stalemate.
Yeah, cheeky Kid Bomba just shows a bit, you know, and then rotated back towards the mid to provide backup if needed.
Eco on that bottom lane is so scary.
Yeah.
Because you know what he's doing, right? Once this fight pops off, he's going to move around onto that tri-bush and just either hammer down onto Han, hammer down on Lino, big kick on the Kid Bomba. Here comes Steve.
That's going to be Steve triggered. Take a look at Lord's HP, below 50% HP. But Bomba looks for an opening, finds a stun. Feather airstrike will deal a lot of damage. And that's going to be YG. Blink loses the mortality. Hiko very low, but he's able to get out.
Kid Bomba gets a perfect stun onto Stitch there, and YG are forced to disengage.
Oh, great stun. Bought the mortality in time. We'll lose it. Oh, it's going to be a 5v4. Bought the winner crown. It's still 5v5 in the Lanadon.
Lord's still up. Yangon Galacticos just trying to hang on. They find a play here and there. But even that last kick, a little too deep. Yangon had to fully commit and leave the Lord behind. Lord gets reset. And now we're back to ground zero here. Plus 9 gold for Yangon Galacticos.
It's, again, if you don't count the turrets, it's just even Stevens here. But Spirit, they're taking their time here. They do not want to, risk it, feels like. The last couple of sequence was more on Yangon taking initiative. But, let's see here. Spirit, they know that they don't need to take initiative. They know they can't just respond to plays with the situation that they're in.
Well, at this point of the game, gold leads don't matter anymore, right? At this point of the game, Team Spirit knows, okay, their composition is fully loaded. Our composition is fully loaded. All it takes is one mistake, right? Or do you pull the trigger first or do you wait? Because sometimes if you don't pull the trigger first, they get the big play. Blink did mess up last time. He wasn't able to get Kid Bomba to a good position with that wall. But honestly, Team Spirit doesn't have to rush things. With that top lane constantly pushing, they can take this very, very slow and just look for position on the Lord, which is what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, Han shows top, so I think Spirit can, commit on towards his Lord, but it seems like they're taking their time again, right? They can respond. They don't need to be the ones pulling the trigger. So, Yangon, they're asking the question towards their side here. Yangon, what are you going to do? We can take our time, as long as we keep it tight. Blink with the conceal.
Clock's ticking. Han needs to get into this pit fast.
Sao will be the recipient of that wave of dragon. No burst damage, so Hiko jumps in on towards Stitch. That's gonna be tech charge. Take a look at Hiko. Healing the damage, but then Sao losing the mortality. Ying on the front side will escape with the winner crown popped as well. It's a 4v5. Yangon has chances.
They definitely have chances here, but Han's got to get his life back and get back to this pit as quick as possible. Ying now giving Team Spirit the Kid Bomba treatment, jumping on to one-shot and 2 other members, pushing them away. And Ying is only going to keep on scaling at this point. The Alice is becoming hard to deal with, right? The Alice is becoming a major problem for Team Spirit, and Sawo continues to get picked off, continues to catch kicks to the face. He's 1-8-8 right now, and the problems are shown.
Yeah, I mean, all spells are up for Yangon. You can see the cooldowns spell-wise for Spirit, so they might have to concede this Lord.
And with Blink's positioning right now, one shot's got no way in. Yeah. They should be able to get a free Lord here. They just need to rush it. They just need to burst it. But Han steps back once again. Hiko is there. I know you're worried about the shifting clouds, but
that's the wrong way. Was able to flicker out of that one.
Retreat!
Jumps in.
Retreat!
Terrifying. This time will not survive. Down goes the Alice. Now it's a 5v4. Lina finds a clutch steal, and they make it. They made it.
That's not the way I thought it was. You guys were gonna get it. YG is now called you guys, just to let you know. I didn't think that wasn't the way. Han was supposed to just easily take that. Blink had beautiful positioning, but they still got it. They still got it. They have to defend now. They have a very strong Lord on their side. They're down Ying. Just take it slow. You don't need to clear any of these waves. You need to buy as much time as possible. And then maybe, just maybe, they break some inhibitors here? Can they end here?
I mean, this might be enough to take us to game 4. But let's see the defense, right? They want to clear it fast. And YG can't answer just yet.
You know, One Shot wasn't even able to use his Retribution there. He's still got it in the kit. Blink looking for the kick.
Seems like the Lord here will be at around 50% HP. And wow, what a way for Spirit, right? What a way to defend from Spirit. It seems like the Lord evolved here. Does not shake them.
All right. Okay. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. We're going to have another Lord coming up here soon.
Uh-oh, that's going to be the kick. Feather edge fight pop. Ying jumps in, one shot. With the but time for immortality. Hiko, though, with the winner crown, trying to survive. Ying will be the first one to fall alongside Hiko. It's a 1-for-1. YG! Sunset Lover finds connection to take Stitch down.
Never count the lover out. We watch everyone else all the time, but Sunset Lover continues. When it's desperate, when they're in dire need, he can pull through and pull up on with a double kill. He can pull through and make something happen, especially on the Valentina. Team Spirit now back in control of the map, of the game. Yes, bottom lane pushing, but Yangon Galacticos get essentially nothing out of that Lord. Still all inhibitor standing, still a tier 2 in the mid standing for Team Spirit. Team Spirit still able to take this next fight slowly. Luckily for Yangon, the Lord finally spawns on the top side, which is going to be helpful for them. It's going to change the dynamic on how they can approach this. It's going to make things a little bit easier for them.
It's going to be more even, right, with the Lord dance, with the Lord spawning top. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, 33 minutes for potentially this last game, and we are still in it. Let's see if YG can force a game 4. One shot, and friends already on the Lord. Below 50% HP now. YG doesn't seem like they...
I feel like they have to, even though they only have 3 members. They have to.
They have to fight.
No way they defend. Oh, one shot left.
A reset. Yeah. Call is, you know what, let's take our time. Let's reset. I mean, it's not fully resetted though. Keep in mind, that the Lord is still jumping around.
Said I'm resetting. Jumped in.
Now it's reset. But take a look at Hiko, right? With this fast clear, I think they're able to pull the trigger afterwards.
All right. I don't know what's, we're at 33 minutes. We're about to break 34. Let's just go to 40. Let's do it at this point, Maybe we can get a crazy Lord steal again, and nothing can happen after, and it'll be epic. Very epic.
Should be. Unfortunately for Alina, that Lord steal wasn't enough to find the game. But apparently this, perhaps here, might be the final fight or push. That conceal. They're trying to pull the trigger. Doesn't really find the angle. The Lord will reset again.
Heck yeah, Will. Hiko, at this point in the game, Hiko was doing amazing, and now we are starting to see him actually. I mean, at 34 minutes, it gets tiring. Me and you are tired at this point, let alone Hiko, who is mentally in there, and he's going a little too deep sometimes, and he's been the one getting caught off. I feel like his 2 deaths have been in the latter part of this game.
Exploring the idea to commit onto his Lord. He misses the ult. That's a big ult wasted. Take a look at the back. Hiko will be the first one to fall. though. Ying. YG still at 5. Settle will find the 2-man, but the damage will not come through as Ying will not find an escape route. It's again a 4v4 as the Lord still stands strong.
Here's the thing though, Ying is allowed to miss an ult. Hiko is not allowed to miss an ult right now. That is a good trade for Yangon Galacticos at this point. Will they take advantage of it? I think the moment Kid Bomba shows himself down here, Yangon needs to attack. They need to jump on this Lord. Stop wasting time. Put it out there.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're
Bomba's
looking.
on bot lane.
They're looking, right? They're
what
looking.
What are you looking for?
With Spirit, they are able to at least. They're keeping their formation tight. To conceal, they want to re-engage. They want to look for something now with Bombas, in the vicinity. But YG this time around, they will say that, yeah, this time around, we will keep our distance.
36 minutes. See, here's the thing. Team Spirit, they know the assignment. Once we have vision, once we know where you are, we're going to burst down this Lord. And now Yangon Galacticos trying to make their way out. Blink finally gets vision. Han, now that he knows they're working on this, needs to make his way over. Luckily for Yangon, they don't know where the rest of the team is. They don't know that Han's just hanging out in bot right now. No retry close at all. But they don't care.
That's gonna be Steed. Just to be sure, one shot takes the Lord. That's gonna be the trigger pulled. Not enough damage. But take a look at the But that will be Hiko losing its life. Surely. The stun lands the shot, and down goes Hiko.
Yangon Galacticos There's no way you're surviving this Lord. There's no way you're surviving this push. It is all or nothing on the line.
Oh, Blink goes down. Again finds the connection. Down goes Sitch. Meanwhile, the Lord in the mid is marching hard. Sitch trying to buy time, but that's going to be Sitch going down.
Team Spirit with Yangon in their clutches want to end this here.
Now, can they defend one last chance? Feather Edge strike deployed. That's a stun, terrifying the damage. Take a look at Bomba. Still able to escape. Ying is still up, but that's the Feather Edge.
Sorry ပါ ကျွန်တော်က line ကြာသွားတာပါ15 second လောက် line လေးကြာသွားပါတယ်ဟုတ်ပါတယ် line လေးကြာသွားတာပါ Okay နောက်ထပ်လာမယ့်ပွဲစဉ်လေးရတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဟိုနဲ့ liquid နဲ့ Onic ပွဲလေးရတော့နေ့လယ်2နာရီခွဲမှာလာပါမယ်နောက်ထပ်1နာရီခွဲလောက်စောင့်အောင်မှာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်တို့တွေအဲ့ပွဲလေးကိုပဲပြန်ပြီးတော့အဲ့ပွဲလေးကြောင်းလာပြန်လာခဲ့ပါမယ်ရှင်နော်ဒီမနက်ပိုင်းလေးကတော့ နှစ်ပိုင်းလေးကတော့ဒီနှစ်ပိုင်းဖြိုပြမှုလေးကတော့ဒီမှနေတက်စခန်းရက်ပါတယ်ရှင်ဟုတ်ပါဘူးဂိမ်း3ပွဲလုံးကိုဒီ game 3မှာဆော့တဲ့ RA မျိုးလေးထည့်ပြီးတော့ဆော့ခဲ့မယ်ဆိုရင်တော့တော်တော်လေးဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲ3C နဲ့ရှုံးနေဆုံးတော့ခံစားပါတယ်လိုအပ်ချက်တွေအများကြီးရှိရဆိုပေမဲ့လည်းရှေ့က2ပွဲတက်ဆိုင်ဒီပွဲကတော့ဟိုစိတ်ဖြေသာသေးရလို့တော့ပြောလို့ရတယ်အကုန်လုံးတော့စစရစိတ်တိုင်းကြနေရမျိုးတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုပေမဲ့ကွာသိလားဒီပွဲကတော့တော်တော်ကြီးကိုသူတင်ကိုတင်ခံပြီးတော့ဆောင်းနိုင်ခဲ့တော်တော်လဲနောက်ကြတဲ့ဒါ late game ဘက်တဲ့အထိကိုရောက်သွားပါတယ်နော်ဆိုရလေ prediction မှာက map over ဖြစ်လို့လောက်ပဲတို့တွေကခံမှန်းထားခဲ့တာဟိုမျှော်လင့်ထားခဲ့တာဆိုတော့လေနော်ကဲ2နာရီခွဲကြရင် liquid နဲ့ onic ပွဲလေးနဲ့ပြန်လာခဲ့ပါမယ်အားလုံးပဲခဏနားလိုက်ပါဦးမယ်ရှင် see you ပါတတာ